So I assume you are all together, right? Right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we're here, but everybody's new. Got it.
We are demigods.
Lovely, lovely.
Is he having a near Vimes experience by any chance?
If only.
Okay.
I would approach him if I could talk.
Right.
Nice.
Because you're mute. So wait, so we're at the place that we need to be, and there's somebody about ready to go cut stuff in the field.
All of us.
Apparently, we all arrived at the same time.
Hmm.
During these pauses, I just imagine our characters just sitting there staring at the person that we're supposed to be maybe talking to.
I wave to him even though he's facing away from me, and I say, "Hello, hello there, kindly Reaper Man. I received a letter from someone at this abode. Would you care to show me to the door?" Well, I can see that, but I still received a letter to come here. Would you know anything about that? They
Uh, since Foolproof can only talk with sign language and what's your character's name? Syra?
Vesper.
Vesper. Oh yeah, I have the. Uh, are you in the one-shot campaign thing over here?
Yeah.
I I I only see 3 characters.
Uh, yeah. Refresh the page.
Oh.
I'm not entirely sure if I've managed to get my character onto
Best.
the.
Well,
Campaign.
there's 4 people, so there's
I
my
guess I must
character.
have succeeded.
There's my character Langros. Uh, Long hat mold.
Oh, that's my one.
Mold.
Malb.
Uh,
The
Malb.
the
Okay.
breakfast.
Slad. Slade. La Terra and Vesper. Uh, uh, Langros would turn to Vesper and start going sign languages and basically telling her that she could tell if she could tell Mo- mold mold to ask the man uh, if he could at least point us in the right direction towards the castle.
Yeah, no, Vesper is. I mean, they see what you say, but they're just gonna ask the guy themselves. So, where's the castle? Or you could just show us the way.
Uh, Foolproof would remark Vesper about the cards that we're clearly invited. We are not trespassers.
As both of my companions here have pointed out, we did receive letters to be here, so
Can I do a persuasion check?
either way, we need to go through the hamlet, the castle, apparently. So,
I think your mic didn't pick up on that lyric. That's not a lot. Uh,
I take out a little a nice little purse of money. I open it up and I say, "Well, that shouldn't be too hard." I take out a gold coin and I flick it over to him. Should I make a roll for that?
yeah,
okay.
take out the letter. I take out the letter and hand it to him.
Uh, Langros does the same.
Some of oh, you don't know who we are. We'll see.
Can I roll for perception towards the way the elder guy pointed? I was going to detect magic, but right now I just want to look at the direction itself. Should do I need a roll for that? I see. Okay. I want to use detect magic on the forest first. What what should I roll? Oh yeah, it just says 30 feet around the caster. Okay. Langros would just walk over to it as close as he can without getting too far away from the group. Hmm. I get even closer enough to touch a tree to the forest, of course. Uh, I I I get even closer to the forest, at least enough to touch a tree. Yes. Well, it's a concentration spell, so I never broke it? Question mark. I see. Okay. With that, I just go back to the group.
Have we even introduced each other to each? I mean, I
I
know that
would.
we all arrived at the same time, but like,
I would. Yeah.
We were all so intensely curious we forgot to say hello to each other.
that's what I was
Uh,
like. Do we even know each other? Like,
I would assume that we at least uh like
We should go around perhaps some formal introductions. So I turn to um Vesper, was it?
yeah.
Uh, I turn to Vesper and say, "Well, thanks for helping negotiate with that man a moment ago. Well, thanks for helping me negotiate with that man a moment ago. But with all due respect, who are all you people? You all received the same letter that I did?
uh Langros interrupts the guy and talks to Vesper a little bit and saying that instead of asking someone their identity first, one should present itself first.
go with that. Me and I forget your character's name. It doesn't show up on mine. Landgras? Is that you?
Yeah, I'm language. Yeah, you can call it
I would
whatever.
just say that we probably met on the road a bit before, since he knows
Yeah,
that,
yeah. I would assume that on the way here we just like, oh, more people. We all have the same
or that we came from
letters.
the same direction, at
Yeah,
least.
yeah. Uh, I just well,
Vesper is going to kind of nod and look back at uh Malb.
My name is.
Yeah, no, she's gonna be like, my friend here says you should probably introduce yourself first.
My name is. My name is Professor Malperius Dragonspawn of Misk Draconic University. But people call me Longcap Malb. Odd, which is odd since I haven't worn a hat regularly for several decades now, but I guess it's stuck. But I did when I was younger, and I guess it's stuck. You notice conspicuously that indeed he is not wearing any hat at all. He is just a dragonborn with nicely styled horns and hair. Do dragonborn have hair? Hmm.
I think they can.
if you choose to have hair, you have hair. Also,
Yeah.
Langros is also a dragonborn.
Honestly, your character can look like however they want, so.
Yeah.
uh, yeah. Vesper's just gonna be like, just gonna look at them like, Vesper, you can call me Ves.
Mm. Thrilled to meet you, Thrilled to meet you, Vesper. I
And
do hope that this affair proves enlightening for all of us.
yeah, and then they're going to gesture over at Langraz and be like, "This is Langraz. They don't speak, but they can understand you."
Mm. Pleasure to meet you, Langrove, and I extend my scaly hand to shake Langrove's hand in greeting.
Langros would not and take the hand for a moment, shaking it.
He leaves it hanging. Oh, sorry, we finished.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Mal leaves his hand in the air for a few moments before closing his fingers up into a fist and withdrawing the hand a little gingerly. Says, "Ah, not the not the handshaking sort. I can understand."
No, I said that. Yes, I did. Shake your hand.
Oh, I thought you said he didn't. My apologies.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
which case, he warmly clasps your hand in both his and gives you what he's hoping is an earnest smile, an earnest and kind smile. But unless you're like a dragonborn or look useful for looking at the faces of dragonborn, it probably looks something like something vaguely intimidating.
Uh, Langros doesn't think much about it.
Hmm.
With that said, Langros just nods again and tries to end the handshake, retreat a little bit. Uh,
He unclasps his hands and puts them by his side.
okay. Since since Vesper is the only one that can currently understand Langros, he asked her, "So what do we do now?"
We have one more companion that needs to introduce themselves.
I guess that's true. And Langros just turns towards what's it called? Your Slade?
His name's Slade.
Slade.
It's literally just some random Earth genasi. You wouldn't know he's an Earth genasi until you just see his right hand has like just random attachments of obsidian and slate on it. And right now he's just very hyper focused on the area. Just he's got a sketch pad out and he's just doodling it. And then he finally notices people are looking at him like, "Oh, hey, what were we talking about again?"
We're introducing ourselves.
"Oh, right, I'm Slade." And he's like, and you just see he has let's see, a trident on his back. He also has the sketch pad, obviously, but you also see his arms, or the human parts of them, are covered in various tattoos. And he just looks everyone up and down. It's like, "Hey, can I get you guys tattoos? If we're gonna be here and we're gonna be in possible danger, I'd at least like safety nets."
What sorts of tattoos would they be? Magically imbued, or is this merely a custom that you engage in whenever you greet new people?
They're magic tattoos.
Uh, Langros would jokingly look at Vesper, saying, "Are they slave tattoos?
Are they what tattoos?
Uh, do you know those tattoos that you put on someone's skin to make them your slave or something like that?"
She just kind of shakes her head. Probably not. She doesn't get humor. They don't get humor.
Cool.
What kind of
I'm
what kind of magic tattoos are they?
I'm literally copying the list down now, and I can only have as many as my intelligence modifier allows. So like, it's perfect that there's four of us because that's all I can literally only make four.
I
Um,
only know these 4 tattoos, and that's it.
so I'm making up backstory on the fly, but Mal pulls up one of his sleeves and says, "It won't interfere with these, will, will it?" And he's got a line of intricate tattoos going up one of his arms. I was a little edgy back in my early days.
And and then you just see and you really just see like Slade just looks at that tattoo and looks you up and down like, "You don't look like the type to be this type of person. However, I will not judge."
He gives a friendly chuckle. He says, "Well, I've been at well, it's been a long time since I started in my first druidic order, but but the years do change a creature, don't they?"
I'm on the fence about how I'm supposed to respond to that one statement because I'm just like, exactly what type of tattoos am I looking at? Because you're talking to a tattoo artist, so I need to know what type of tattoos I'm looking at so I can understand exactly how to respond.
Oh right,
Because the way you make
sorry.
it sound is like some Rough Rider type stuff is what I'm imagining.
Well, I myself am not an expert in tattoos, but for some reason I'm visualizing something a bit like the alchemical tattoos on Scar's arm from Full Metal Alchemist, if you're familiar with that.
I
So
am,
the
and I can see it, and honestly, that just makes him look at you even more, and it's just like, huh, well,
I'm not actually sure if Dragonborn can have tattoos. We'll assume that they can for the sake of
I
this
have
scene.
I have a custom thing called tattoo supplies. I can tattoo anything. It doesn't matter the race.
Mm.
I can literally just tattoo anything. Mind you, once you use these tattoos, they kind of just, don't work until a long rest, or until I take or if I take them back.
Imagine being able to take back tattoos.
Yes, but they're made of magical ink, and that shit ain't cheap. So
So of course you would want to recover them at some point.
Have you guys seen that meme of the card decline or something like that, and the doctor just saying something like the the surgery was a success, card declines, unsurgered the the patient or something like that.
I think I know what
I
you're talking about, but
mean,
yeah.
yes,
It's
yes, I have
very
seen this.
I
It's
just
messed
imagine,
up.
yeah, but I just imagine like Slay doing something like that, like just cards declined and just rips the tattoo out of the skin.
Ooh. Well,
that
no,
would
it's
be
made out of
very
magical
amusing.
ink, so I mean, no, that's not how that would work, because magical ink is magical ink. Okay, it's not going. You know what? Screw that. I'm just gonna take a picture of it because that's so much easier to do. So I'm just gonna send you a picture of the tattoo list because it won't let me copy and paste it for some reason. Because Discord doesn't like me. It never does. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Here we go. And I'm sending the list now. Let me know when it loads into the Hams chat.
You posting it on sessions?
Yeah, it's supposed to be in the catch these hams, and it's supposed to be the general chat. Is
What
it?
you typed. That's all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, that
Oh,
was
there it is.
a
There it is.
mistake.
Yeah, I see it.
This is the existing tattoo list.
So small I can't see it.
I mean, you're gonna have to tap that sucker.
No, I did, and I still can't read it.
Oh, it's not much better. Okay, I'm just gonna copy it out of D&D Beyond. It is what it is.
It
Or I could
is
just
what it is.
or I could just literally send you the GM binder, which might actually be a whole lot easier. And here you go. It's under magical tattoos. It's gonna be the literal first thing you see.
What of it? Well, so this is like an artificer, that artificer subclass or
It
whatever.
is.
I like
Interesting.
He
the
is an artificer subclass.
I like the arcane finger tattoo.
Is that the one you want? Because I just need to know which tattoo everyone wants. And at my current level, you all can activate these tattoos yourself. Before, I'd have to stay within 90 feet. But at the current level, you all can just activate them and ignite them as you please. But after you ignite them, as a bonus action, they no longer, they basically become a magical tattoo until you complete a long rest. Oh, they are permanent until I decide they aren't. Nice.
Nice.
After you ignite them, they are no longer magical until you complete the long rest. So yeah, apparently they are magical until I decide they are no longer magical, and then it's just ink.
Okay, so activating them just uh so how many times can we activate them?
You can activate them as many times as you want, but the moment you ignite the tattoo, which is igniting the tattoo is basically just getting the full potential of the tattoo. But
I
once you do that, you can't do that anymore until you complete a long rest.
I see. Sounds good.
Is
So
it what?
that sounds good. So if I ignite the tattoo, I can no longer activate it either until I complete the long rest.
Yes, that is correct.
Understood.
The serrated
So we got
arms.
so we got arcane finger, iron heart chest plate, I will not be touching Vesper. I will just like magically make that appear with the snap of my fingers.
Are you? Oh, yeah, I read it. Nobody touch me.
The marksman eye. The shared arcana.
Um, yeah,
Those are my
I
notes.
think for a sorcerer, I think arcane finger tattoo is best.
All right, so that's one arcane finger. We got any marksmans? Anyone that has ranged weapons that they want tattoos for? Or preferably somebody in melee range, so you know that's the Ironheart chestplate. Are you? You know what? Are you sure you don't want the shared mind tattoo?
What does that do?
Allows you to telepathically communicate with other people.
Work for Langros.
Because like
There's
you can only communicate with one other person in this party. That's gonna be tough during combat.
I already have the spell message.
Okay, then you're good. Serrated arm sleeve. As a reaction, if you're hit by a melee attack, the attacking creature takes slashing damage equal to your intelligence. My intelligence, not yours.
Oh, okay. I was going to say I
My
have
intelligence is a 19.
Oh, good.
my charisma is a 20.
Undying Heart. If you take damage, when the wearer takes damage, I can take your damage instead.
Can we only have like one tattoo?
You can only have as many tattoos according to my proficiency. I only have a +4 in intelligence right now. So yes,
I see.
um, I mean somebody could get an extra if you need it. That just means I don't take one, which I don't necessarily need one.
Whatever you guys want. I'm just happy with the arcane finger tattoo.
The spider web feet. Let's see. Bonus action. Increase their walking speed to 10 feet until the start of the next turn.
Oh, I also have this spell, the spider web feet. It's a spell. I have it.
Yes. Yes, it is a spell, but it is a spell. In my case, this is a bonus action. Right now, we're just waiting for them to look through the tattoos and decide who wants what. But yeah, I'm not gonna take a tattoo, so somebody can take the fourth one.
That Vesper's good with this.
Which one are you taking?
The certain arm one. That's yep.
Serrated arm
Yeah.
sleeve.
Yeah.
All right, make sure you add in your notes which tattoo you have. So just copy
Yeah,
and
I
paste that sucker in your notes portion. All right. What about our professor? Which tattoo are you taking?
Let me check what the tattoos are. I've been trying to pick my spells still.
I could just read them off if that helps.
I guess.
I have the arcane finger tattoo. It allows you to have advantage on your next spell attack roll until the start of your next turn. There's the Ironheart chest plate. It allows you to have let's see, resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing. Like one of those, depending on which one you're hit with. Marksman Eye. It allows you to have advantage on your next ranged attack roll into your next turn. The Shared Arcana. Let's see, as a reaction, when you cast a spell with a range of touch and can see you, you can deliver the spell as if you had cast the spell. So if the spell, okay, yeah, honestly, I'm gonna take that one so I can heal people. the shared arcana. So basically, I'm gonna use shared arcana and attach it to everyone else's
Yeah, would
tattoos.
you like the shared arcana? I've got some pretty powerful spells.
No, shared arcana only works for me. So like, hold on, let's see. When the wearer, okay, yeah, the shared arcana means like if you have a spell range of touch and vice versa, you can cast that spell on the other person, but it's only gonna be one other person. And honestly, I'm gonna tweak that a bit. So I'm gonna take that one just so that I can heal people from a distance instead of needing to touch them, because I do have a lot of healing spells in Revivify. Serrated arm sleeves is basically if you take slashing damage, they take slashing damage equal to my intelligence. Spider web feet tattoo, you gain increased 10 feet of walking speed until the start of your next turn. And the undying heart, if you take damage, I can choose to take damage instead. And I have like 150 HP, so
I also have 150 HP.
oh, that's good
No,
then.
137 HP.
Oh, cool. Honestly, this is gonna be good for somebody that's squishy, so I can just be hurt in your
I have
stead.
138 HP.
And also, I'm going to warn you, my spear takes my HP as compensation. So there's that too.
So, how much life does Vesper have?
uh, that is a good question.
Are you here, Izumi?
Yes, I am. Hello.
Okay. How much life does Vesper have?
93.
Oh, she should need that one. Let's give her that one. If you're okay with that, Izumi.
Sure.
Well, I mean, I can just use the tattoo, like, based on giving someone else a tattoo means I can transfer effects to tattoos. So, like, that's why I'm
Oh,
gonna just connect. I'm gonna use the shared arcana so that if I need to buff everyone, it's gonna work that way. So that I also, if I need to cast Cure Wounds and I'm in the back, you're gonna get healed.
okay.
So right now we're
So,
just waiting for the professor to choose which tattoo the professor's gonna get.
which one were you getting, Izumi? Just so I know.
Serrated arms.
Okay, okay.
Extra protection for squishy.
Yeah, because if Vesper takes slashing damage, they basically take. Let's see, how does it say? As a reaction, if you're hit by a melee attack, any melee attack, it doesn't have to be slashing. The creature takes slashing damage equal to your intelligence modifier. So they take 4 slashing every time they hit you with a melee attack.
Yeah.
That's gonna hurt.
That's nice. Hey, it's only 4 damage. How bad can it be? Wink.
Well, I have, it depends. Did
Yeah,
Vesper
that's
take slasher feat?
No. I didn't actually like any of the feats. I looked through them. I'm like,
yeah.
Well, now you have a reason to take slasher feat because that counts.
I think I used the survivalist feat.
You're gonna use a survivalist.
I guess I
think
did
I
take Fey Touched.
got
So.
that for my.
Okay.
Maybe I
But
should have gotten
yeah,
the Flare Dragon feat. Then I could be doubly draconic.
I mean you could do that too. But yeah, do you know which tattoo you want?
Um, maybe the Bider, maybe the web one. That sounds, the extra movement speed sounds useful. I think.
Spiderweb feet tattoo. Yeah, you get an extra 10 feet of movement speed. So as a bonus action, you gain an extra 10 feet of movement speed until the start of your next turn per turn, unless you ignite that sucker. What happens when you ignite it? If you ignite it, you gain a climbing speed equal to their walking speed for 1 hour. What's a serrated ignition? Let's see. As a bonus action, the blades come out when you ignite the serrated arm tattoo.
Jesus Christ.
On each of the wearer's turns for the next minute, they can choose to deal an additional damage with any melee attack equal to the intelligence modifier. So you can deal an extra 4 slashing when you ignite it. for like
So
the next 1 minute. So it's like 8 slashing, an
Jesus
extra 8
Christ.
slashing for 1 minute. Okay, well now everyone has their tattoos, and I'm going to have the shared arcana so I can aid and heal people from far away. So now we know what tattoos we have.
I have the finger arcana. Uh, what's it called?
You have the arcane finger tattoo.
Yeah, Mold has the uh, spider feet. Uh, Slade has the shared arcana, and Vesper has the serrated wrist, right?
Yeah, slated arm sleeve. It's
Oh,
basically I imagine that tattoo is like that tattoo is literally just like the design itself is literally just like serrated swords going right down the forearm. And as I said before, we're not touching, we're not touching Vesper with the 10-foot pole. So I just
oh,
snap my fingers and they manifest because I automatically get, hey, I'm gonna get stabbed dealing with this one, so no touchy touchy.
so why aren't we touching Vesper literally?
Because Ves,
Because it
yeah,
says along the arms, the tattoo leaves the wearer's body deadly to the touch.
yep.
Oh, okay, okay.
She became a
What
literal
leaves
touch.
A
what
literal
leaves
porcupine.
the wearer's body deadly to the touch?
Only what?
What renders the user's body deadly to the touch?
The serrated arms tattoo.
Oh, the serrated arms tattoo. Makes sense.
Okay, with that done, uh, so castle or forest? Where do you guys want to go? I'm saying out of character.
I thought we had to go through the forest to get to the castle.
Yeah, we do have to go
Mm,
to the forest.
Isn't it two different roads?
No, I heard that it was a rundown road, an abandoned road or whatever that leads to the forest.
I see.
Right, Lyric? Yes.
So there's
How
two
fun!
roads. Okay, one leads to the castle, the other one leads to the road. So sorry, I restate my question. Castle or forest?
Forest.
Forest. Okay. Uh, Mold. Uh, Slade. You okay with that?
Okay with this.
Why, I am a druid, my good sir. The forest is my
We
home away from home.
we are
Oh
out of character
right,
for this.
forgot about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I literally forgot you were a druid.
He's more like a wizard, doesn't he?
Okay. So
Yeah, no.
uh,
Bess is just gonna turn towards the forest and be like, guess we're going this way.
yes. Uh, okay. Langros is just following
That is
Vesper at this point.
exactly how I see that going.
I assume we are just entering, walking inside the forest now, walking on a straight line or as much as possible.
Um, Mal is looking eagerly around at all the trees with his book, of like botanical notes, naming off the ones he recognizes, sort of thing on a list. Like it's got the He's got the list on one of the pages of the book, so that he can.
All right, someone's missing.
Realizes he should probably be looking around for this person. Pays slightly more attention to.
It would be a good idea to look for them then.
I think we were supposed to ask the NPC about this person that went missing. Right.
With
Book
a
and
cat.
Now we gotta hurry up and find her because I want to pet the kitty.
Well, I mean, you can't do that. You're deadly to the touch now, remember?
I want to pet the kitty.
So, I just look at the druid. So, do you have funeral preparations in advance ready to go for this cat?
Vespers, that's not Vesper. That's me.
Do I have what?
Do you
Funeral.
have cat funeral supplies?
Yes, I have the resources to conduct funerary rites for any creature known on this earth.
Well, then we're good. You can pet the kitty.
Besides, you have
Vesper sucks. Although.
Mostly because certain restless spirits can get a little less restless if you give them.
We entering in. I mean, I know Vess just kind of took off, so I suppose she's first.
So, Druid, Mr. Dr. Druid, could you do your, like, survival check thing?
You know, I'm pretty sure this character does not have an expertise in survival, just
You're a
medicine,
druid.
history, and nature.
Druids have, like, druids are high in wisdom. Survival is a
My
wisdom
druid
check.
is high in wisdom, but he doesn't have proficiency.
Yeah, but you're gonna have a higher thing than the rest of us.
Well, that's true. So, anyway, survival check to try and find the child. And it is 15. Woo!
what's your modifier in survival? Okay. I have
Like, how does a
+1.
druid not take the proficiency in survival? You're a druid.
To be fair,
I
to be fair,
Oh.
see in medicine and nature instead.
when I
You
play
know
a
what?
druid,
That makes
I
sense.
never take proficiency in survival either.
What happened?
There.
Testing.
You.
There we go. I fixed it. Never mind. We're good. We're good.
What happened?
My OBS hasn't been picking up my voice this whole time.
Oh no.
Oh, is
Oh.
that good?
No, it means that no one could hear a goddamn thing that I've been saying. All they can hear is you guys.
Oh.
So there is a ton of context missing for anybody who isn't watching this because, you know, I don't advertise my D&D streams, but I should.
You should pick up more followers and become more obligated to do streams.
More responsibility. Yay.
I signed up
Well,
for
I mean,
12 credit
I'm not
hours
being
that
made
start.
for this, so I don't really care who's watching. I'm in this for the fun of it.
I signed up for 12 credit hours this semester that starts in like 10 days. So
It's alright, I start classes on Monday.
I
I will be
start
dead
class.
right with you.
anyway, more streams is not what I need. I need more free time. That's what I need. Um,
Yes,
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 yes.
yes. Will it
That would be
happen as a
lovely.
student though? I doubt it. But we can hope.
If we wanted free time,
anyway,
But yes,
so
the 15.
15 passes by one. uh,
Yay!
so you find some tracks on the ground and you follow them through an increasingly ghostly forest. The naked branches of petrified trees creak in the chilly wind, but otherwise it is unnaturally quiet. You have a feeling you're being watched. A tall, gnarly tree with bare branches looms on a low hill ahead. At first, the tree seems to grow on a great pile of skulls, but you seem to realize that they're just rocks covered with gray, finger like moss. The slumped body of a humanoid lies on the ground next to the tree.
Oh, that ain't no good.
Detect magic.
Ooh. Alright. Yeah, so there's something fishy going on here.
mm, that's not.
Uh, j- can Langros tell what's wrong by using detect magic? Or
Um, so yes, uh, the tree is alive.
Where you
It
shine. Oh,
is a
you have
dull
more.
fire spree, isn't it?
Fire scree.
Hmm?
Fire
A what?
scree.
Hello?
That's what I heard. I heard fire scree. The heck is a fire scree?
No, Galthiastree.
Oh, no.
Oh, thank goodness.
That map was made in Incarnate.
so the tree is alive.
Is it the Whomping Willow?
Is it Old Man Willow?
Oh no, that one's even worse. Lulls you to sleep and then drowns you.
Or chokes you?
Uh,
Chokes you. Or,
She's-
envelops you.
uh, Langros would use detect thoughts on the tree.
Okay. The tree has no thoughts, has no independent function of its own.
I see.
Aren't all trees alive?
Yeah, I was about to say that as well. In this forest, I guess that's the only alive tree alive. Is there anything else going on, perhaps? Or is the tree like just a tree?
Is it just a regular tree that just happens to be alive in a forest of dead ones?
Yeah, I mean, it's alive.
Will a nature check help me here understand why it's alive when all these other ones are not?
Uh, uh, yeah, it might. It might.
Sure, I'll make a nature check. I'll examine the tree and I'll go,
It's not the
good
tree you should be
heavens.
examining. But okay.
Ah, sorry. I should probably do a medicine check to see if I can, to see if the person is dead yet.
No, I was implying that you should perhaps do the nature check on the person, not.
Okay, I'll do the nature check on the person.
Yeah, so unfortunately this person is long since dead. I don't your your role that you get for this isn't important. It's okay. I'll just tell you anyway. I just wanted you to
Okay.
do the check. Whatever you get, I'll tell you the same information. Um so this person is unfortunately long since dead. But they have been feeding this tree with their body for an untold amount of time.
Okay, yeah, can I So how far away are we from the tree and this person that's being eaten from the tree?
Well, so if Mab has gone to investigate the body next to the tree, he is less than 10 feet from it.
I'm
And
trying to remember how far away Spare the Dying is, or what the range of that is.
he's less than 10 feet from it. And I don't know if the rest of you have moved because you haven't said that you've done anything of the sort.
I do not have to use it because I have the shared Arcana tattoo, so I can use it through other people like a familiar.
Hmm.
And I want to try to save this lady. Unless I want to talk to the party first. Do you think she's worth saving?
I thought she was dead.
I
Also,
look up and say, no hope of that, I'm afraid, unless you can revive the long since dead.
I have Revivify.
also,
That's
just a
Yeah.
I
tip.
think she's a little bit past Revivify's ability to help her.
Ah, so she's like dead, and the tree ate her, and she's been there for a while.
Yes, it has been feeding off the decaying matter of her body.
Something is fishy. Because
Y-
uh, didn't lyrics said that it's a lady, right? The corpse.
No, I didn't specify, but it is a lady that you're
Oh,
looking
okay.
for. Also, really quick, I'm gonna interject. So if you want to look up a spell and you needed an easy to read format and you don't want to scroll through your big long spell sheet, you can just do hyphen spells and then space the name of the spell. So I just did spells, spare the dying, and it pulls it up into a nice little embed right in the Discord so that everybody can look at it. And it's very easy to read. It's level 0, it's a cleric spell. The components are somatic and verbal. It's a range of touch, it's one action, and it's instantaneous.
Hmm.
And then it gives you the
Poor
description of what
lady.
the spell does. It even lists the source for it as well, which is the player's handbook, page 277.
Cool. I feel bad for the lady. The tree ate her.
It
Did the
is.
tree eat her before she died?
Lyric didn't specify if it was a lady, the corpse.
Is it a lady?
What's that
Do I know the
investigation check I
sex
have to
of
roll
this
to see that?
humanoid?
Like, what do I roll to see how long she's been dead and how long the tree
Oh,
has been
it
eating
is
on her
female.
body?
No, it's a man.
It's a man. So it's
If
Oh, it's
not
a
the
man.
lady. It's not the lady we're looking for. See,
Okay, so what do I roll to see how long how long he died and like when did the tree start eating him? And also, can I do an Arcana check to see why this tree is able to eat flesh?
uh sure. Got to move a little closer to it.
Cool. Wait, let's see. Yeah, I don't need. Let's see. Shared Arcana doesn't specify that it works with like just rolls with people. So I'm gonna move a little closer, about 10 feet away, and I'm going to roll for investigation. No, Arcana. Arcana first.
Maybe roll for initiative instead.
why are we rolling for?
Oh, okay. Because like being close enough to the tree means it can attack us.
It is the Whomping Willow.
why didn't
Drat.
attack? Why didn't attack Mob if Mob was uh, besides the corpse?
It was supposed to, but I wanted more than one person to be close to the tree, and
Ah,
Christian here
Icky.
fell right into my trap. Even though I heard that pause and he thought about it and was like, you know what, I don't want to do this now, but he did it anyway.
Oh,
What?
11. Don't you just love when a +3 turns into a low number? But yes, we're rolling initiative now.
Well, I got a.
Mhm.
Which do I use? Initiative button, I
Start.
suppose. Ugh, 10.
Am I the highest so far?
Well, I haven't rolled for the tree yet.
Oh yeah. Walloping Willow. I've never actually fought that. But it is a
Is that like a
tree.
whomping willow, but not.
Walloping.
I thought it was walloping. Is it not
Whomping.
walloping?
Well, the whomping
Whomping?
willow is a tree from Harry
What
Potter.
the
Mm-hmm.
natural one?
I was saying, is it
Wow, but it
basically the
still turned
same
out to be a
creature but
10.
with a different name?
Wait, I don't see your roll. Did it
It's
not
I
on.
roll
see it.
yet?
I see it. It's
It's on
fine.
sessions. It's on sessions.
Oh, okay, you're rolling in Discord.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Oh gosh. Okay. I couldn't find a not. I couldn't find a stat sheet that was 5th edition, and I finally found one, and it's still ridiculous. Okay. I'm sorry in advance.
It's all right. This is why I
Don't
took what I
worry.
took, and I gave everyone tattoos first.
You
Don't
guys
worry.
you guys are 5 levels above the like recommended CR for this, so you should be fine, but I apologize all the same.
It's all right.
That
It's all right.
that
I
that's
I
what.
have lots of things that can hurt things made of wood.
Luckily its initiative is a -2.
What?
So what's its initiative roll currently? Oh, I'm looking at the 1d20 -2.
It's
Oh,
a
Uh.
I'm
5.
first.
We but me and the tree rolled a 5.
Yes.
I'm assuming I'm
So who
getting a
has a
minus.
higher dex?
Yeah, you have
Me.
a
I
plus
believe
2.
a tree's dex would be 0. It's not like they can move.
Its dex is 6.
What?
Insane.
it,
But
it can move.
it can.
Well, it can punch, so I assume that
And
it can at least dodge.
Nice, very nice. Okay, so I'm first then. Uh, okay. I finally get to test out this weapon. I'm happy about that.
Mm, I
Blood
have to
Shard Trident. Okay.
I have to switch to some kind of combat music.
Dun, 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 dun.
There's a YouTube playlist for that.
Um
It literally just a whole bunch of swords and combat music for campaigns.
well, this hasn't gotten me in trouble on YouTube yet, so I'm going to continue using this playlist.
But let's see. Magic Trident meant for blood rituals. Blada blada. Let's see. Can't be reduced or prevented in any way. So I am going to take 5, 10, 15 points of necrotic damage against myself for the and I'm gonna have 3 additional shards attached to the blood shard trident. So it's an extra 1d4 for each floating shard. So I am going to throw this sucker now. Let's see. While you throw it, while it has at least one floating shard, the weapon will go to your hand immediately. Nice. Okay, so rolling to hit. What the fuck? It's a plus 10 and I rolled a nat 1. How?
Ow.
I take it that misses. Yay.
Can I do that nature check on the bloody willow
It's
so that
alright, I
I
get 2 attacks anyway, so I get to try again.
might
But
That
still,
know
that
how to?
irritates me.
that does miss, and I just posted the initiative order. I think I got it right.
It's at end.
Oh,
Okay.
it's a
Try the
treant.
second one. Yes! 27 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
It would have been a whole lot better if it would have done it the first freaking time. Okay, let's see. So that's 14, and I have 3d4 because I sacrificed for extra for each 5 hit points it's an extra 1d4, so 3d4. Wow, 3.
Oh
And I
my
have the piercer
god.
feat, so hold on, let me see what that does. Because piercer
That
is meant for piercing damage.
That
Okay.
triple one.
Here we go. Piercer. I can re-roll the piercing damage once per turn on a critical hit. You can add. Let's see. Nah, I
Do
don't want
you,
to re-roll that piercing damage. We're good. So
do you,
that's yeah, all of that. And I'm gonna, since it has the shard still, I'm gonna just take it back in my hand. And I end my turn.
Okay, so
do
your
you
total so far is 17?
Yes.
Okay, just double checking. Because
do
that was a
you
lot of
think
Of
words.
magical piercing.
It's resistant to piercing.
Dang it, even though it's magical piercing?
It just says piercing. I've never seen a stat sheet that specifies magical piercing.
It's usually by weapons that are magical.
Yeah, I've never seen a stat sheet that specifies magical piercing. I've only seen it specify non-magical piercing, and this just says piercing, which,
So it takes half damage, and
yeah.
that means I'm going to burn this sucker.
Oh, because of the trident's effect, yeah.
How dare it be resistant to my one perk?
So I'm going to round that up to 18 so that it's easier math to split in half. So it's going to take 9 damage from that, and then what's the fire damage it's taking?
you okay, Arthas?
Yeah, just coughing a bit and phlegm in my throat.
I think.
I feel that.
Alright, just
I
making
feel that.
sure because you sound like you're on death's door just a wee bit.
Mm,
Or
So one
just
of
I
those
just a
suppose.
trickle
smidge.
cough or whatever it's called from yesterday.
Oh yeah, that. Yeah, the under COVID.
The under COVID.
The grackle cough.
Yeah.
Grackle lung. Grackle lung.
Crackle lung.
Under COVID, grackle lung. Same thing.
Alright, was that your turn then?
I'm still
That was my
waiting.
turn. I missed the first one, and then that's all I could do. That's
I'm
literally
still
all I could
waiting
do.
for you to answer for me how much fire damage it takes.
Oh, it doesn't take any fire damage. I didn't use a fire spell. I used the trident itself. I did not add fire damage.
Ah, okay.
Just the magical piercing.
Okay. All right then. So, it took 9 damage, which is actually a pretty hefty amount.
Fuck this guy. I need all of you with my tattoos to make me proud, because this guy is like my main thing is piercing, and it's resistant to it. Piercing and tattoos. That's all I'm good at, and support.
Problem is not using your tattoo this in this combat.
It's a bonus action. You can activate it and use it as, a thing, but you don't. If you ignite it, is when you have to use a bonus action. But it is part of your turn to use
Um,
it as a bonus action until then.
Shit.
I'm thinking I should just cast Blight on this creature.
Ooh, I like that idea. A really messed up spell that causes it to rot from the inside out.
It says if you target a non-magical plant that isn't a creature such as a tree or shrub, it doesn't make a saving throw; it simply withers and dies. But if you target a plant creature or a magical plant, it makes a saving throw with disadvantage, and the spell deals maximum damage to it.
I have a thing that this is a magical tree.
So I'm gonna go cast Blight on this creature.
All right, and this is gonna give away way too much. uh, it doesn't have to roll. You don't have to roll for it. Nothing happens.
Oh,
What?
Nothing happened.
It's
what?
not a real tree, is it?
No, that's not the problem.
Is it immune to like blight or poison?
Well, kind of.
What kind of tree is immune to necrotics
An
and can
undead
swing at you?
tree.
An undead tree is. Dang it!
It's
What
a
was
lot.
my Arcana roll earlier? Because I rolled. We never found out what that was because we went straight to initiative. I rolled a 23 earlier. Can I know
It's a
what type of tree this
construct.
is?
It's a
It's an undead.
construct. Uh,
Actually, it's
Undead.
It is an
Yeah,
undead
I
tree.
would.
it is an
Yeah,
undead tree. Whenever I said that it was alive, I was trying to not
yeah,
give it away, and I was trying to warn you
yeah,
guys
yeah,
that
yeah.
it's going to hit you.
Yeah. I would assume
I
uh,
didn't
that.
think you were
Yeah,
serious.
Right, time to kill a zombie tree.
I point
Oh, okay.
big in
So from
horror at the
now on,
creature and
so
says,
Yeah,
and
this
say, "This isn't alive."
this is an this is
it's
an
not
undead
alive.
treant.
Yeah,
This is an undead treant, and I'm actually really loving the combat between this. I might use these more often.
yeah. So it's
undead treant. Screw this guy.
yeah,
Sounds
not
like it's time
alive,
for branding
neither dead.
smite.
Yeah. Do you think acid damage is effective against it?
Wait, it's my turn.
Acid
No, no.
damage,
I'm just
like
wondering. Sorry.
like poison spray?
Yeah. The thing is, Langros is what's it called? Features. Langros is ancestor is a copper dragon, and it has the um his breath weapon is
Oh, you
acid.
get the metallic breath weapon.
Yeah, it says acid damage.
But like, it does
Acid
acid
damage is
work on undeads though?
Yeah,
acid
that's what
damage
I
Like
was.
is
undead treant.
poison.
Huh?
Acid damage is poison.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you read
Huh.
the spell effect, it says that it takes poison damage.
Uh, copper breath weapon acid.
Acid isn't necrotic, so
Oh, see,
Which is
this says acid
entirely useless on
damage.
something that's undead.
you can use acid on undead things.
Yeah, but see, this says acid damage. But see, that's oh, because it's acid splash. I did the wrong spell. There we go. See, this is poison damage.
Oh yeah, I know that. But I was talking about the breath weapon.
Oh, see, I said like poison spray, and you said yeah. So that's why I was like, wait a minute.
No, 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 no.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
acid damage is acid damage if it is a breath weapon,
acid.
but
Okay.
poison spray is poison.
But acid isn't
Yeah,
necrotic, so you can use acid against it.
acid is necrotic.
Is
Yeah,
not.
well, yeah, that was just my misunderstanding because whenever I said like poison spray, he said yeah. So that was my misunderstanding. That's my fault.
What I'm
But
saying
yeah,
is
he
that
can.
we know that this tree is immune to necrotic damage,
Yeah,
not acid.
but
Right.
is it? I rolled. Excuse me. I rolled on accident. Ignore that roll.
That's
I
fine.
rolled on accident. Uh, because I do have. I have acid splash and I have poison spray. And poison spray, it does says that it deals necrotic damage, but acid splash just says that it deals acid
But even
damage.
poison spray says it takes poison damage.
Right, which was my misunderstanding because he said acid, like what kind of damage does acid do? And I was like poison spray, and he said yeah. So I was like that does poison damage. And then I find out after that I misunderstood and that he was talking about his breath weapon, which is acid, which does acid damage. So it
So
does.
acid
Is
damage
is
would work on the
is acid damage considered necrotic damage?
No,
No.
no,
It's not
no, it's
acid
necrotic.
damage is
acidic.
You can't use necrotic damage on undead things. That's what Azumi was saying. We know that it's
Yeah,
immune to necrotic damage.
yeah.
Acid damage is not necrotic damage.
I see, I see, I see. So it, it is so acid damage. It is effective against it.
That's what
Yes.
she's saying. Yes.
Ah, okay, okay. I thought she was. Then I also had a misunderstanding. I thought she said that acid damage was considered necrotic damage.
No, no, no. The opposite. Acid damage is
And
acid damage.
okay,
But
okay, got it. Sorry for interrupting.
no, 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 no. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
You're fine.
We got it
Yeah.
worked out.
Okay,
I'm
so it's uh it's Vesper's
it's my
turn,
turn.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
I'm gonna stay out of the range of this tree and just cast Firebolt from way back here.
Ooh.
Wait, we are close.
You guys are.
Yeah, she never moved.
I never moved. But I'm assuming I'm within 120 feet of this thing. So I am going to cast Firebolt at it.
Can I
With the 22. Does that hit? I'm assuming it does.
can I like use where is this? Where is this? Where is this? Can I use True Shield?
On your turn, yes.
A 22 hits, by the way.
Well, that sucks. 5 damage. Could have hit with 30 and I get 5?
10,
Ow.
actually.
Okay, 10.
Oh, a 10,
You've
yeah.
been robbed. That's what I feel like happened. You've been
So
robbed.
so how much damage do we take?
No, it's fire bolts, not fireball.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. I sorry.
I wouldn't.
PTSD.
I don't even have access to the fireball
Oh
spell.
my gosh, and you weren't even in the group that had the one guy that would just cast spells and not care who was nearby. So
That
uh
sounds like a douchebag.
he literally blew up an entire like 15-mile swamp because he was told not to use fire magic and he did it
Jesus
anyway.
Christ.
With like literally a swamp made out of poison gas, TPK'd like an entire town. Yeah, it was.
No.
Oh, you mean we had a more than 100% party death rate?
A more than I wanted. Yeah, it was like a 12,000% party death rate.
Because you eradicated an entire town of NPCs.
That sounds like a nuke, honestly.
That's
The
impressive.
entire swamp. We did the math on it. It came out at like an 80th level spell or something.
Oh
Oh my
my
god.
god.
That would be an ecological disaster.
It was an ecological disaster. He blew up a whole swamp and everyone in it.
I'm. I
But
mean,
how much was the explosion radius?
15 miles.
80. Excuse me?
15 miles. Yeah, that's
That's
a
over
whole
20
ecosystem.
kilometers, I think.
That's half a nuke.
Yeah. Alright.
Anyway, yeah. That's my
Anyway,
PTSD. Let's go.
okay, yeah. I heard fireball and I was like, aren't we close to it?
No, no,
Don't worry,
firebolt.
I have fire resistance. So at least I will be okay.
But it's not fireball,
I
it's
mean, that
firebolt.
is some sound logic.
Because I have fire. Uh, I'd also like to set. Do you mind if I also have a sling and a sickle?
That's
I
fine.
didn't cut anything in my starting equipment. So
That's
I
fine.
was in such a rush to finish the cat character.
That's fine.
Okay, then I guess I use my sling and some metal balls as the ammo.
Well, hang on.
Well, it's not my turn yet. But
No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be an adult. I'm gonna be an adult. I'm going to be an
Yeah,
adult.
so, Izumi, do you have a bonus action you wanted to use?
Um.
You can sort your spells by bonus action with the tabs up at the
Yeah,
top.
I did. Not yet. Well,
Okay.
I am going to use my bonus action to summon my tentacle friend
Okay.
near the tree.
Okay.
Yep.
Do they share your initiative? Does it specify?
They go after
Yes.
any
The
attack
tentacle
that I
friend.
use. Any attack I use, I command them. So like their move is my bonus action, but I can use my bonus action to summon them. But that's all I can do, and then we move on.
Okay.
So it doesn't actually have its own little thing. It's just a tentacle that pops up where
Just
I want it to be.
just double checking, because sometimes they share your initiative, sometimes they don't. I was just gonna have you roll for it while it's still your turn. That's all.
No, it's not actually a creature. It's just a tentacle.
Okay, makes sense. All right, now it's
Night of the Living
Archish's.
Tentacles.
Well, wait, hang on. It's
Mine goes.
yeah. Now it's
Oh,
Foolproof's turn.
lovely. So,
Oh,
fun thing. I
yeah.
was
Okay.
missing in a. I could add whatever.
I think we are not. Your mic is not picking. Uh,
My mic.
no, no, no. The with a smoke's mic.
Slates.
His name out of the game is Christian.
Shit's Mike.
What were you saying? I didn't pick that up. Sorry.
Well, anyway, it's your turn.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, he's out.
Yeah, he'll be right back.
Let's
It will be.
see. Okay. Give me a second.
Oh, thank you for reposting the initiative order. I went looking for it. Oh, by the way, I meant to tell you yesterday I fixed the ads thing on my channel.
Well done. I'm not sure I've ever been to your channel, so I didn't notice that it was broken. But well done.
So, I'm a Twitch affiliate, which means that Twitch pays me for people watching ads and stuff. And
Oh, that explains it. I don't go on Twitch much.
uh, but I had an issue where like every 30 minutes, even if people were subscribed to my channel, they were watching ads for whatever reason, and it was like 4 to 5 minute long ad rolls. And I wasn't doing that like intentionally. Um, so it turns out that whenever I turned on the thing for the longer ad rolls to get the higher percentage of shares from it, it turned off my no ads for subscribers. So I didn't know that I had to turn it back on. So I went and did that, and now subscribers won't have ads.
Yeah, there's people that I watch that say that they have the no ads for subscribers on. That for some reason it still plays ads. Um, Twitch says it's a bug, and I think they're actually playtesting something. That they're testing something. But yeah, no, if I'm gonna have to see ads anyways for somebody that I'm subscribed to, like I'm not gonna subscribe to them. Like
I mean, I
this makes
totally get that, but I didn't know that turning that on turned that off. So I turned it back on, and now I don't know if it works because nobody will tell me if it
I
works.
didn't see any ads yesterday, but also I wasn't really paying
Okay.
attention to your stream. No offense, but I
No,
was
no, no.
also.
Okay.
That's fine. I totally get it. And there was a lot going on yesterday too, so like it's fine. It's get it. I get it. I get it.
Uh, so
Hmm.
I wanted to. I'm just making sure that I want to use acid rain. I just want to make sure that I don't hurt anybody else with acid rain because it's a 20-meter diameter. Uh,
Um, that's a 60-foot spell.
no, 60. Tall, tall, tall. but 20-foot radius. So that means 40 foot diameter.
This says 60-foot point. So this says 60-foot point, which means that the center would be the object that you choose, which would be the tree, which means everybody
Yeah,
would get hit by this.
no, but it says 60 foot tall, 20-foot radius cylinder. So 20-foot radius is a 40 foot diameter, right?
20-foot radius is a 40-foot diameter, yes.
Okay. So it would hit at least earth, mold, and slot.
Acid. Wait, what are you doing? Acid splash or acid
I was going to
He's
use
doing
acid
acid
rain.
rain.
acid rain?
Yeah, and I was going to also a lyric. If apparently if I use a spell, a first level spell at fourth
I'm not
level slot,
seeing.
I just consume the fourth level slot without consuming. Enter on point range. Each creature is
You're really quiet.
He's just reading the spell that
yeah,
I
yeah.
just posted.
So I guess I would need Arthur's and Arthur. I mean, I would need Mob and Slade to get out of the way when they can. But
So
they
the last time that I used a caster, they didn't have this on the spell sheets. But do you see how on your spell sheet underneath 5th level, 6th level, 7th, 8th, and etc. you have Acid Rain is under every single one of them, and you can have that little cast button. Do you see that?
uh the cast button. No, I don't have any cast button.
It would be right next to it.
Looks like this.
Oh yeah,
You see
I
that?
see it. I
Yeah.
see it. Yeah.
So, like I said, they didn't have this the last time that I uh used a spellcaster, but it looks like they have the sheet set up so that they'll automatically calculate the spell slots that it'll use if you cast it at that level, if you just
Okay.
hit the button.
Okay.
So,
I want to use acid rain, and since I'm a sorcerer, I want to use my meta magic, and it's so the acid rain is a careful spell. So I use one sorcery point to allow up to 5 creatures to automatically succeed on their saving throws. So uh, Mold and Slate would automatically pass their saving throws, so they take half damage from the acid rain.
okay, so that'd be
And
2d6 instead of 4.
yeah, so let me roll. Well, the the ant can't move, right? And I'm casting it dead center on the uh, on the creature, the tree, the undead tree.
Okay.
So should I roll to hit, or does that automatically hit? Or
Well, you're throwing the spell at them, and it's centered on where they are, so that's a guaranteed hit. You don't roll to hit. You just
They
hit the.
so
just have to roll for
Yeah,
I just damage.
yeah.
yeah, and you
Well,
just
no,
hit the
yeah.
cast button.
Okay, give me a second. Let me cast it then.
The cast makes it so that it marks the
Spell
it
slots on
marks
your
it that
sheet.
you used it. So then you just have to
Okay.
you also have to hit
Uh,
the damage button.
okay. Let me check. It doesn't have a damage button. Acid rain. So I'm casting it at fourth level.
Why does it
When
not
there
have
are 4 levels higher, the initial and ongoing damage increases by 1d6 for each slot above third level. So I'm gonna cast Acid Rain at fourth level, and it uses one uh, level 4 slot, and that means it's a
What's your spell save DC?
uh, 18.
So it fails. So it takes full damage. So it should have calculated damage whenever you hit your cast button next to the 4th level.
It didn't.
Okay.
No, for me the cast button all it does is mark that I've used a spell slot. I always still have to hit the damage button, which would be on the other side, and it would.
Yeah, it doesn't have a damage button. It
What
just
should?
yeah.
Well, say like where it says like 4d6 or whatever it is, like you just hit the
It doesn't.
4d6.
The effect is empty.
Yeah, it
Huh.
doesn't have it. He's right. It's not there. But it's not like
So
it's
I
hard to roll 4d6 anyway, so.
4d6 plus one more because it's a
Oh, 3rd level spell and you cast it at 4th level. Right.
yes, yes. So one more, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
He takes 1
So
extra damage.
14, and for how long does it last?
I think it's just your turn.
It casts 1
One
action.
one action,
1
and the
action.
concentration is 1 minute. So that thing, the rain stays for 1 minute.
So the whole combat. Okay.
Most likely. So I have I have to roll for 5d6 every turn, right? Every willow turn, or how does is that calculated?
It depends on whether or not it passes its dex saves.
Okay. So if okay, so every will every time the tree has a turn, if he doesn't passes his what's it called, uh, the saving throw, he it takes the damage, right? Or is that every turn? Uh, lyric. Uh, hello.
You're still here. Lyric's just not talking.
Okay, okay, okay.
Lyric?
My headset died for a minute.
Okay.
I had to plug it in.
Wondering where you went. We're like,
Yeah, it just totally went dead for a second. I had to plug it in. It normally tells me, but I think.
I am back now. I'm sorry, my computer crashed. Not sure why.
Oh no, you're fine. Welcome back. My headset died, so maybe some sort of like electromagnetic storm synced up and like hit both of us.
Possibly.
That's kind of
I think I
far-fetched. I
just
was kidding.
knocked something when I moved my computer onto my bed. Um, I was in the living room earlier. I moved it upstairs, and some reason when I pushed it on the bed, the screen went all glitchy, pixelated and whatnot.
Uh oh. Well, anywho, so what happened?
Okay, I'm back. What did I miss?
My headset died. Anyway, I'm back
Oh,
now.
okay.
And
Hello again. So
yeah,
how is that? How is the saving throw calculated? Does the tree has to do saving throw on their turn or
yeah.
every other turn?
Um, it's every one of your turns until the tree dies or the timer runs out. Yeah.
Okay, so for 1 minute every turn, poor thing. Well, it's an undead tree, but still poor thing. Uh, do I have any bonus actions? Let me see. Actions, bonus actions, actions in combat two weapon fighting. Can I do an attack with two weapons?
Um, I yes, but not this time because you already used your action.
But it says as a bonus action.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it says actions in combat two weapon fighting as a bonus. So can I melee attack the tree or
Oh, it does say two weapon fighting. Actions in combat, two weapon fighting. It's listed as a bonus action. Hmm.
can I attack it?
Do you have a two-handed weapon?
I have two daggers. Uh, I have two daggers, two well, no, three daggers, two normal and one that is the dagger of poison thingy.
When you take the
Yeah,
attack action and attack with the light melee weapon that you're holding in one hand, you can use a bonus action to attack with a different light melee weapon that you're holding in the other hand. You don't add your ability modifier to the damage of the bonus attack unless the modifier is negative. If either weapon has the thrown property, you can throw the weapon instead of the melee attack with it.
um, I see. If I can, I would like to do that if that's allowed.
I know you can do it if you attack with a weapon, but I wasn't sure about a caster. I'm just double checking.
Uh, Only if it's
What
allowed.
was
If
the
not,
question?
the thing is,
Whether he can use his two-handed weapon after casting a spell, because technically it's a bonus action, but it specifies after you make an attack action, you can use a bonus action to attack with a light weapon.
when you take the attack, yeah, when I take the attack action, I see. No, then I can't because I cast a spell, not an attack action. So yeah, my turn ends with that casting the. Oh yeah, how much damage did I do to Mold and Slade? Because they still like they were inside the radius, but they automatically what's it called? They automatically pass their saving throw.
They took 5 damage each.
Sorry, by the way.
I'll deduct that from my points. Um,
Yeah, because
mm,
it's different from
mold
two wielding.
may give you an earful or a lecture on the reckless use of acid damage. Was it acid damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
On the
to be
reckless use of acid damage in an area of effect
to be
later, but
to be fair, I did cast acid rain while you guys were in the radius, but I used careful meta magic, so you guys automatically pass the saving throw.
well. Um, should I, Lyric, should I roll an Arcana check to notice that he did that? Or would I sort of already notice it, sort of naturally?
Well, I mean, it's raining acid, so you would know.
No, that who's using meta magic.
Oh, that's a little bit too nitpicky, I think. You'd have to
No,
be.
it's literally called meta magic. I
No, no,
used
no, no, no. I understand it's called meta magic. I've played sorcerers. I'm saying knowing that you used it, I think would be a little bit too nitpicky. Like, first of all, that would require you to be familiar with sorcerers, familiar with the specific type of sorcerer, to know that he used that specific type of meta magic, and it's a whole list of things that goes on and on. So, that feels a little too much.
That that makes sense, I guess. It's just he's got the expertise in Arcana, but I guess he wouldn't necessarily know everything about sorcerers. What I just ask because I want to determine how Mild will react.
I
Like whether
understand.
he'll comment on the use of it.
I understand. Yeah. Um, that feels like it would be like a better role play moment that kind of happens a little more organically, where like you could accuse him of like, how dare you rain acid on me, and then foolproof could be like, well, but I made sure you didn't get hurt that badly though, and then that could open like a different avenue of sort of role play.
Very well.
Is it now? The trees?
Yeah.
So whose turn is
So
it? It's the tree turn, right?
it is the tree's turn.
It is the
So
tree's turn.
so
Wait a
the
minute. Did you just go a full round? Because like I didn't get a turn. If we just went in a full circle.
no, this is the tree's first turn. This is
Okay,
We're
so we
still in the first round.
just made one full round.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're just now
Holy
getting to the tree. Yep.
fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, so the tree does two slam attacks. So it's going to do both of its arms, and it's going to hit one of each of you. And damn, it has a +10 to hit.
Excuse me?
A 23 and a 25.
Who is the tree targeting?
It is targeting Slade and um Malb.
Okay. And you said it was what, a 25 to hit?
23 and a 25, yeah.
Okay. So I have a reaction spell because fuck that.
Well, it hasn't even done damage to you yet.
I don't want to be hit, and I know my AC is a 19. That is the whole point. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? I forgot the name of the spell I'm looking for already. Oh wait, no, I don't have that spell in this class, but I do have this one, so I guess that counts. No? No, I don't have that one either. Alright, there's literally nothing I can do about that, so yeah. Looks like I can't do anything about that type of thing.
So mold takes 16 damage, and slate takes 15 damage, right? Or
Yes.
oh, okay.
More damage than I wanted to take in the first place.
What spell did you wanted to use, if you don't mind me asking?
I was looking for like shield or silvery barbs, and I'm like, fuck, I'm not that type of caster this time.
Yeah, too bad. So, does the tree has a bonus action? I'm scared to ask.
No. So for monsters, that would be considered a legendary action. And no, he doesn't have any of those.
Oh, okay, okay. Is it considered a legendary?
So for
See, this is
beasts,
one of those times in which case that the serrated arm tattoo would have come in handy.
I'm sorry.
No,
so
I'm just saying, like in general, it would have came in handy if I would have had it, because I just got whopped by a tree.
Yeah,
so
sure did.
this is not considered a legendary creature to answer your question, foolproof. However, creatures get legendary actions instead of bonus actions, which are like actions that don't count as actions.
Ah, I see. Huh. I
This
could
one
have
does not have
sworn.
legendary actions.
No, yeah. But I heard about dragons having legendary action and legendary resistances. But I
Yes,
swear.
dragons do, because dragons are like one of the most inherently magical things you could ever come across in a fantasy setting. So dragons have legendary resistances and they have legendary reactions.
Yeah, I know that, but I could have sworn I heard a story about a creature doing a bonus action to do a critical damage or something like that.
That would have been a legendary action.
Yeah. Also,
Mm.
it depends on the DM because if they've
In
been
most
playing,
folklore and mythology, dragons are either demons or gods. They really are very powerful.
it also depends on the DM too because if they've been playing D&D for a really long time, other editions used to call them bonus actions for everybody. So,
I see. Yeah, because I was asking myself that if it's a legendary action, why did they call it just a bonus action?
yeah. So that in 5th edition, that's how they divided the that's how they decided to divide between players and monsters to make it easier to determine it in combat because I mean it's basically just word-based combat anyway. But
Mm.
Tree's action is
So,
done, so now we've made full circle. We should move on because
Okay,
this combat is
okay.
taking like 2 hours by itself.
Yeah, sorry. So whose turn is it?
It would go back to Slade.
like,
Yep.
So
Oh, you just have that
take the
copy
wheel.
pasted now.
yep.
Yeah, take the wheel. Are you talking, dude? Because we can hear you. Can't.
For me?
It's your
Yeah,
turn.
Yeah, it's your
it's your
turn.
turn.
Okay. I was not talking. I was
Oh,
filling out a paper but now that paper is done. Okay. So we have an undead tree, right?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And
is
I
it?
want it dead. I want it dead now. So let's see. Oh yeah, I have firebolt. I can do that. I'm going to use firebolt.
I heard fireball again.
Firebolt. 17 to hit.
17 hits.
Yeah.
Oh crap! I cast the spell I wasn't trying to. I'll use that next time. 17 fire damage. I cast firebolt reflexively, and I was trying to cast brimstone, but I'll use that next time. 21 hits. 22 fire damage.
All right. Also, just for the record, the stat block does say that the tree can move.
Oh,
I
okay.
figured as much
How
since it had like at least a 6. They can walk. So it's 2 fire
how
damage.
fast
No, 43, I think. Yeah, 43 fire damage.
how fast can they move the tree? I mean.
Not very fast at all. I mean, it's a tree, and its dex is 6, so it could easily be
It's gonna
outgotten.
lumber towards you slowly.
Yeah.
Get it? Lumber? Because it's a tree.
Ha 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 ha.
This is described as shambling forward with malicious intent.
It's
It's
Michael
just
So,
Myers
like,
but slower.
Dun,
so
dun, dun,
it's
dun, 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 dun.
Literally. But like
so
more shadow and more.
your turn then, Slade.
I did. I just did 2 fire bolts and it has 43 fire damage it just took.
Oh,
Then I guess it's my turn.
This is
Yeah.
still alive after 43 fire damage?
we're
Well,
level
Oh.
15. It probably has like 300 health.
Oh
I
right.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had more, honestly.
Right. So, can I scuttle a little further away, a little out of its attack range? But like, how far away am I from the
Well,
shambling man?
You can
Whatever.
move in.
you are at
You're 10 foot from the tree, and in your turn, you can move 30 feet in any direction combined. So if you move backwards 10 feet and then move forward 10 feet, that's 20 feet of movement. But even though you're in the same spot, it's still 20 feet. So you can move up to 30 feet
And
total.
if I activate my spider leg tattoos, does that give
Isn't
me extra movement speed?
so remind me what your tattoo does?
Let me check. Was it in the session section that it was, or was it in general?
It should have
Um,
been added to your character sheet.
I don't know how to do that, unfortunately.
Okay.
To do what?
To add the
To add the
the
tattoos to
tattoos.
the character sheet.
If you just go to notes and then click on down below, it's like other with like a add other. You can just click on that and it'll pop up on the side. You can just copy and paste over there, and then it saves automatically.
Okay.
You had
Let me.
the shared arcana?
No, spiderweb feet tattoo. Ah, here it is.
as a bonus action, you can activate the word. The word can activate the tattoo to increase the walking speed by 10 feet until the start of the next turn.
Okay, so that means that instead of your 30 foot of movement speed, you would have 40. So you could move 40 feet in any direction combined. So even if you end up in the same spot, it's still 40 feet because you would have moved that distance the whole way.
So I'm gonna move till I'm about 25 feet away from the mound. Then I'm going to try and hit it with my sling.
Okay, roll to hit.
Okay. Uh, 21
That hits. Roll for
in
damage.
total. I'm trying to embed the metal ammunition in the creature so I can cast heat metal on it next round.
Oh, okay. Well, you hit it, so I mean, it's a decaying tree. I'm pretty sure that would work.
Okay, good. I don't think I checked. I have any.
Sorry for
I guess I already
interrupting.
used my bonus
Uh,
action.
Sorry for interrupting. Slate, did you end your turn inside the acid rain? I think they are awake.
We'll worry about that whenever we get to your turn, foolproof, just to keep everything all together.
No,
Yeah.
the thing the
Right.
spell
No,
says.
but let's just keep going, please.
Oh, okay.
What are you saying, Malb?
I guess I try to get out of the acid rain. Am I still allowed to move after acting? Probably not.
Yes, actually, you are. So you can move the rest of your movement speed, which should be 15 feet.
So so if I am still within the radius or the range of the acid rain, I move out of it if I can.
Okay, you definitely can with the movement speed that you have left.
Okay. I think that's all I can do for now.
Okay.
Turn. And I am going to Eldritch Blast this bitch.
All right.
With a 24. And I get to do this 3 times because I have 3 bolts.
Jesus.
And each one gets a +5, so that's going to be 15.
Oh, because of agonizing blast. So I've always so Eldritch Blast is always individual hits, so you would have to roll to hit 3 different
you're right.
times.
Right. I totally spaced that. So it's going to
The one
be a
downside of that
26 and a
spell.
19 and a 24. So they all hit.
Yeah, they all hit.
So then altogether, that is going to be 15, 25 plus 7 is 32.
All right. So, um,
And then also, is it dead? Should ask that first because you were going to go say something.
1 second. I have some math to do.
That doesn't mean no. I'm not hearing a no, guys. And if it's still alive during my turn, I will be casting Brimstone. How fast can everyone run?
Big of an area is Brimstone?
Hmm?
How big of an area is Brimstone?
Well, let's check her out here, see?
It is still
Let's
alive.
see. 60 feet.
Oh, you have to roll for. Never mind. Okay. Well, then I also want to use my bonus action and smack it around with the tentacle. It hits with a 20 for 20 with this 27, and then that is 20 cold damage as well.
Still alive.
Still alive. I hate undead things.
I do too. Trust
Where,
you
where,
me, I do too.
where is foolproof with the radiant damage?
Well, no, that's not what's going on here. The undead things have a thing that when they reach 0, they can roll for, like, I can't remember what it's called, but basically to see whether or
Oh,
not they're standing or not.
Undead Fortitude.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck
and
that. Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
forgot.
need this AoE spell for that. Fuck that.
yeah. So, anyways, foolproof. I believe it is your turn. At this point, we're just trying to. You can hit it once. It just needs to roll. It just needs to not make a saving throw. It just needs to
Can
I
fail.
mean,
But you already.
I have a reaction spell that can cause disadvantage on like rolls. It's called unluck on
uh
that.
uh does the rain, since the rain lasts for 1 minute, does that count?
Yeah, the rain's still going. Then it's still being attacked by the rain as well.
Is it your turn again, Foolproof? Is it your
It
turn
rain
again, Foolproof?
last. I'm like, that's an ecological terrorism, but still.
It's
Well, I
only
don't
a
know. They just said it's fall food time.
Okay. It got a -1, so it doesn't pass. Um, so it passed that. It's still standing.
holy cow.
Fucking undead.
Okay, okay. So I just need to do a hit, right?
A hit, and then that hit has to be greater than what it's trying to roll. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, let's see what. Okay, I use
Actually,
acid.
if I was gonna say, actually, if you want my advice, you should probably aim for lower numbers because it's gonna roll high.
Okay, so um, I use acid splash. It's a cantrip.
Yep.
It does 3d6 acid damage.
All right.
So I roll to hit. Uh, how did I roll to hit on the cantrip?
You just hit where it says to roll. That says hit. Wait, what are you using? Acid?
Yeah, is it acid splash?
Acid splash. Um,
It says at will.
It's 60 foot.
right.
It's fine. It's he has to pass a dex save of
Yeah.
18.
So yeah, the tree has to roll to
He
see whether it
failed.
It
hits or not.
doesn't. Yeah, hits.
Yeah, he failed. So now you roll your 3d6.
Okay, let me.
There's a button right in there that you can hit under damage.
9.
All right. And he's still standing. Got right on the money.
Jesus, Jesus Christ.
Fuck this guy.
Uh, uh,
I'm
since
just saying.
That was an
since
action. Do you have a bonus action you want to use?
not after a cantrip,
Okay.
because bonus actions. Uh, nope. I can pull out my dragon wings, but I don't think that's going to help.
Okay.
So yeah, I end my turn.
All right.
But
This
the rain,
fucking
the acid
tree.
rain is still going, right?
Yes.
It should be.
Okay, okay, okay. I end my turn.
All right. And it should be Tree's turn now, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it is the tree's turn.
Okay. So the tree. There's only one person close to the tree now, but it can do 2 slam attacks. So instead, I need Constitution saving throws from all of you.
I'm gonna go ahead and use that.
Okay.
You said
You should.
Constitution saves.
Yeah.
My only weakness.
Dang it! Screw this. But I have that. No, that's the mind doesn't work on that part. Okay, con saves. Oh, I have a +9. Cool.
I
Wait,
have
wait,
a
wait,
plus
wait, wait.
9
I have a
too.
thing. Wait, 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 wait. I have a thing.
21.
I have a thing. Hold on. Where's that thing?
Okay, here's my Constitution saving throw. 13. Yay! I have a plus 9.
Ooh.
13 might not be it, but it's possible that it could be.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I have for me. It's a figure.
I rolled a 4.
Wow.
So did I. But I thought I had a thing where it's like
I
you
rolled.
immediately make something a 15. Maybe I didn't.
Malb, did you roll your Constitution saving throw?
Not yet. Sorry. Am I? Which was this for? Because it doesn't matter. I'll roll it anyway. I don't have the best constitution. I've got a pretty good constitution, as it turns out. I thought I had a worse one than that.
16.
It's 16.
Okay, 16's good.
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
How much do you have on your constitution?
18 for some reason. I don't know why I dumped my highest stats into constitution. Why did
Instead
I
of
do that?
wisdom. It's okay.
I thought that if I used because I'd already chosen my ability score modifiers by that point, I thought if I used my ability score if I used the 18 on my wisdom, then my ability score modifiers, which boosted wisdom, would put it over 20, and it can't go over 20, so I thought it would be a waste.
But what's the modifier itself?
It's
The
+4.
+4. Okay, and wisdom.
+3.
How do you have how much wisdom do you have?
17.
And you have,
All right.
I
Well,
roll really well on character stats most of the time.
but you didn't put any of the increase the proficiency on wisdom.
Oh no, I did. I just didn't put quite as
Oh,
much as I did in Constitution.
I see, I see, I see.
anyways, why do we have to roll cons?
I was waiting. You said you had a thing, so I was waiting for that.
Have a thing.
You don't have a
I
thing?
found the thing. I found the thing, and it was not the thing that I thought it was. So
Oh,
we're good.
okay. Well,
How much?
then in that case, you and Foolproof have failed and take full 38 damage. Um,
What? Right.
Slade and Malb take half.
What?
38 damage. I have
So
99
I
damage.
take what's
29. No,
tw-
19.
Yeah, 19.
What did he
yeah,
he
9.
use?
He has a poison breath attack.
Oh, okay.
Who does? The
The tree. Yeah.
the tree? I thought it was dead.
No, it is
I do want to use a
undead.
reaction, and I want to cast Hellish
Well, it's
Rebuke on it.
undead. But I thought it had finally stopped moving.
Yep. I want to use Hellish Rebuke on it.
Alright.
He
So
is
it needs
dead.
to roll. No, it's not.
No, no, no. Wait, wait, wait. He is dead, but it refused.
All right. So, anyways, Hellish Rebuke. It needs to make a Dex saving throw of 18.
Wait a minute, did this guy just make his undead roll after he died?
18 minus 18 total 0. I don't know how that works, but it takes 22 damage, or makes it make another roll.
There, that one makes more sense. Anyway. Yeah, it's a 5.
Either
He
way,
failed.
yeah,
So,
22 damage, or just another roll.
22 damage? Okay.
Is
Wait,
he
so
still
foolproof
standing?
went. Okay, where are we at now? I'm sorry, I'm kind of lost in the initiative order right now.
Rose went, the tree went, but I have Hellish Rebuke, so I used that against the tree.
Yeah,
Uh,
the tree failed by 2 points. The tree's dead.
Oh
Okay.
well, good heavens! That was horrific.
I never
Jesus
want to
Christ!
fight nature again.
Well, I mean,
You
the
don't
one
want to live
shot
in
ain't over, so I
nature.
feel like there's more nature for us to fight.
Can I
All we
use
have to do is
druid?
keep walking.
Guys, that took like an
Can I
hour
use
and a half.
druid craft?
Well, most of it was
Can I
just.
use druid craft to incinerate the remains?
You don't even have to use Druidcraft for that. You can just light it on fire.
Okay.
Also,
Yes,
Hellish
that
is a
does work.
fire, so it's probably already on fire.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I so Langros stops the rain since the tree's dead.
Yeah, the tree is dead.
I want to see, is there anything on the body?
Investigation, please.
Uh, 9.
Ouch.
You find a
Let
brilliant
me do
red
it.
feather.
Brilliant. Okay, I'm taking the feather.
Is that a phoenix feather? A phoenix down?
No, it's just a
Yes,
very
no,
red feather.
I'm taking it.
Okay.
Okay,
Dang
and
it.
Slade finds a coin pouch that has 5 coins in it.
Gold coins.
Eh,
Yes.
not bad, not
Legras,
bad.
weren't you rolling as well?
Hmm?
Investigation.
Do I need to roll for something?
They're just rolling investigation to check the corpse.
I guess I can investigate the corpse. I rolled a 6.
Okay. You find a second brilliant red feather.
At least I
19.
got 5 coins
You
out of
find a
this.
dagger.
It's a normal dagger.
Just a normal dagger. It's a little rusted. It's been in the ground for a while next to this body, but other than that, it's a normal dagger. With a little bit of polish, it could be a good weapon.
Mm,
Ah, yes, it just carries the souls of the damned around itself. No pressure.
Okay, let me add a
So,
normal. Let me add a
after we've desecrated this body by taking all of its stuff, I look at the others and I say, right, and say, very well, now that grisly business is done, do we want to take the body with us to our destination and bury it there, or give it its final rites here?
Let it burn and leave it to die in the forest.
It's already
It's
dead.
already on
It's
fire.
a corpse.
It's
No, no, no.
already on.
The
Oh,
tree,
is it?
the undead tree is already on fire. The corpse is not.
Oh, you mean the actual person's body
The
that was being eaten
actual
by the tree?
body. Yeah, we
How
can't
much of
bury
his
the
body is
trees.
left?
It's a pretty desiccated body.
Going to like nudge it over towards the fire with my foot.
I agree, because like if most of the body has already been consumed.
I cast the hammer cantrip and I use the hammer as a tool to gradually dig the body a grave and I give it its last rites.
Going to freaking throw the body in with the tree that's on fire.
Okay. I'm not gonna make you guys fight over whether or not we're going to lay the dead to the dead respectfully. We're just gonna assume you guys all get what you want and just move on.
You burn it and then
Simultaneously.
bury it.
We defy physics. Everybody simultaneously gets what they want.
I get
Very
the arm
well.
and I throw it in the fire. You can have the head buried in the ground.
That sort of further defiles the body.
Anyway, moving on. Remember, you were following the
Physical
tracks of a
desecration.
woman who has gone missing.
Okay, so uh,
I'm just gonna continue.
yes.
Mm-hmm. Go further into the deadly woods looking for the person who has gone missing with their cat. Was it a cat or a dog?
A cat.
Cat.
A
Cat.
one-eyed cat.
An old one-eyed cat. Like Grebo.
A very cute cat,
Mm.
actually, in my opinion.
Oh, so not like Grebo then.
Just gonna take off down the road again.
Yeah, so if you guys check the map, you can see that there is a little bit of a path worn on it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's follow the path.
That's what I was already doing. Yep.
Yeah.
That is a cute cat.
So,
Mal starts humming a merry little tune to keep his spirits up while they walk. It's like pretty tuneless, but it's like generally upbeat. It's like.
you guys reach a small clearing somewhere around late afternoon. There is a cloaked figure who stands in the middle of the clearing and is chanting and muttering while reading from a black leather-bound grimoire.
Can I understand what this person is saying? What language it's in?
I'll answer that in a second. Now and then, the text in the book glows purple and illuminates the dusky surroundings. You can understand it. The chanting seems to be some sort of like sorceress sort of text, and the person who's muttering to themselves is speaking in common. If you do a perception check, you can eavesdrop.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Alright, well,
So I rolled a
I'll
13.
make a go. I'll make a go of it.
Arcana check might be able to determine the type of spell.
Yep.
Well,
doing
I
that
got
too.
an 18 on the perception check. I'll do the Arcana check next.
14 on. Okay.
Well, I rolled a nat 1 there. No, wait, a nat 7. It just looks like a 1. So that's a 13.
Okay.
I have very high Arcana, apparently.
That's okay.
I have
So
a plus 7.
So the perception
22.
from both of you was good enough to tell what she was saying. So she's kind of mumbling to herself. She's chanting and, aha, here it is. She suddenly says out loud, "It's on page 66. Let me see then." She starts flipping through pages. She starts to chant, but occasionally corrects her pronunciation. Is that Sharila or Charinla? Well, hopefully it doesn't matter. Suddenly the book flashes purple, and she's knocked to the ground. For the Arcana check, you needed a 15.
Apparently this is a realm of Arcana that I don't know.
So Vesper didn't
Or
get
cannot
it,
recall at the moment.
and Maul didn't get it. However, Legraz did. Legraz can tell that this is a high-level divination spell.
So, did she get knocked out or just knocked to the ground?
Okay.
She is just knocked to the ground.
Alright.
Divination.
I want to cautiously approach her.
All right, and so she sees you guys, and she kind of like jumps, like, "Ooh, scared." Uh, who are you? State your business.
Name's Vess. We're looking for someone.
Oh, oh. Um, well, I haven't seen anyone.
You kind of
Summoned
matches the
here by.
description. You wouldn't happen to have a cat, would you?
I'm looking for a cat.
Interesting. I want to hand over the letter to her. Just no context, just hand it over to her.
Oh, she says after reading it. I didn't realize I'd cause so much trouble. I'm looking for my cat, Jupiter. I've been having recurring dreams about a one-eyed cat who's asking for help while an ominous shadow rests over her form. And that's how I ended up here. I've been scrying for Jupiter, and I think I finally know where she is. Would you like to join me? I'll admit I find the forest a little bit creepy.
Yeah, Vess is gonna look back at the rest of her party and be like, she kind of gesture like, "Do we?"
Well, given that you are the closest thing to answers we have had since we got here for why these letters were sent, I think it would be best if we stuck with you at least until we reached our destination. The castle.
Okay.
Perhaps perhaps once this deed is done, you could show us around. I understand that used that you work there.
Yes, yes. I'm the cook. Yes.
With
Um,
that,
out of
oh,
curiosity, I would like to vibe check this chick,
Sure.
if that's okay with you.
Yeah, you can insight check her.
Seems pretty honest to me.
Yeah, she is telling the truth.
It's a weird forest. You never know.
we came across a rather nasty undead plant earlier. I'm frightfully glad that you didn't run into it.
Oh, I don't get very close to anything in the forest. It's all a very creepy place. I don't like it here at all. I'm only here to find my dear Jupiter.
You ran into this death to find a cat?
Wouldn't you?
You don't
Beth
understand how
says.
important Jupiter is to me.
A cat is mobile and worldly. Take it someone who's been a cat before. He is probably far more capable of avoiding the dangers of this forest than you are.
Langros would say to Vesper, because she's the only one who can understand him, that not with a shadow over it, I would assume.
Always look for a cat. Cats are better than gestures vaguely.
Well, anyway, you were sent here to find me, and I'm not leaving this forest without Jupiter. And that's that. You either come with me or you go back and tell them that you failed.
This is this is a joke, but what if I just cast whole person?
No. Uh, Beth. She just shrugs. Okay.
Um, I say, are you sure we couldn't convince you to go home while we search for your cat? If your divination spell gave you insight into his whereabouts, we could look there for you.
You're complete strangers. Why would I trust you to bring my cat back? No, I go with you, or you go back and tell them you failed. I am going to get my cat back. And she sets off in the direction that she knows the cat is. Whether you follow her or not is up to you.
Beth's
Oh,
gonna follow her.
very well.
So, after a while, you guys continue through the dense, shadowy forest, and um, she kind of leads the way. You guys don't encounter anything else. Seems like she kind of knows how to avoid all of the dangerous sort of situations. You guys arrive at an old cemetery just before dusk. Veils of mist drift between the tombstones, most of which are cracked and overgrown by reeds and ivy. A bright orange cat is curled up on a marble grave among the ivy covered tombs. One of the cat's eyes is intensely white, while the other is very vividly green. Unblinkingly, the cat gazes at you.
Is that your cat?
I I wanna cast see invisibility for no reason whatsoever. I just wanna.
That is, in fact, Jupiter. But what foolproof? What did you want?
Uh,
It's the
just
casting ability.
see invisibility, just for no reason around the cat.
He wants to know if there's any invisible Draculas on us.
That shadowy figure over the card gives me the wrong vibes, if you know what I mean.
Okay. So, do you want to do Arcana? Do you want to do? What are we doing here?
Uh, I'm casting see invisibility.
Okay. Um, there is nothing invisible here.
Okay. Can I do detect magic as well?
You can.
Let's do that then. Is there any magical on the surrounding area around
N-
the cat?
no, there is no magic surrounding the cat.
Okay, that's it. I'm done.
So when you guys, once you guys find the cat, s- um, so Nell, that's the girl's name. She runs to the cat and she picks her up and starts making cooing noises. The cat, however, protests. It's not very happy about being picked up, and as soon as the cat's paws leave the the like marble tomb that the cat is currently sitting on, a vampire bursts out of the tomb. Um, roll initiative.
Are you a necromancer or a necromancer?
Well,
Bugger.
so he's in
What
the
is that
form of a
cat? A
human.
rose stalk?
So the vampire is in the form of a human male in his early 20s with long, curly, dark hair. It wears the remnants of a funeral costume and is covered in dust. Um,
I'm just saying, where the fuck did that guy just come from?
The grave,
Yes.
obviously.
Can vampires be intimidated?
Yes.
I don't know.
I have
Possibly.
I have dragon form. So dragon roar says your voice is amplified. Voice. I'm mute. Frick.
I activate my foot tattoo again to rush forward with my hammer.
Oh, it's a tie between me and Vesper.
Alright, sorry, I've just realized I'm not in initiative yet. Sorry, I should roll initiative.
So who has uh
I got 20!
Hey,
from
Vesper, what's your dex?
+2. Is that what you're looking for?
No, your dex score as a whole.
14.
Oh, then you go after me. Then I'm at a 17 with a +3.
Okay.
Because we both rolled 22, so it usually goes through as the higher dexterity.
Okay.
That's the first time I've done that with the player and not a monster. Unless Vesper is secretly a monster and we haven't been told about this.
Wouldn't you like to know? She says.
Weather
With a
boy.
creepy
I mean, I gave you a serrated arm sleeve, so I would hope not.
grin. You could just take it back.
or you can just not make it magical.
That would be a waste of ink. Do you know how expensive ink is?
You know, I'm trying very hard.
Ink is pricey.
Feel like falling down.
Okay, so we have to fight Count
Yep.
Wacula.
I'm glad we beat the vampire to the initiative roll by the look of it. That's very nice. It means that we
What is
all
the?
get to unload damage on him before he can match. Or
You're
most of it.
right.
See if you can knock him away from Nell through some method.
I want to use Brimstone on his punk behind because I have the opportunity to do so.
Except for we're all right here.
I know. I'm gonna at
Massive
least back up first.
attack.
Not a complete psycho.
I have one level 8 spell. It's Tsunami, but I can't use it because it's too wide. It's literally 300 feet long, 300 feet high, and 50 feet thick.
I
I
have
mean, if we really ran into something that we can't handle, I do have the channel points to kill it off in one shot. I have
uh
1.1
Wonderful.
k. I can summon an instant death if necessary.
Can I use the power word stun?
Well, it's Slade's turn, so
No, but
Yep.
in my
Wait,
turn.
how far away is everyone? And wait, how far am I from the vampire to begin with?
15 feet.
10 feet. Okay, so we're only 10 feet away from Wacula.
Wakila. I'm sorry.
That's what he will be to me now. Okay,
Let's call
so
him not Ferratu.
I like that as
I
well.
was thinking Catula from the
Can I
cat.
recommend that the party back away if possible?
Wakila.
I mean, that's up to the party if they want to back away.
Hey, can y'all like get out of the way so that you don't get caught up in the stupidity I'm about to do? Preferably, like, let's see, everyone
Wait, if
doesn't
we're
have 60
later in the
feet.
initiative order than you, then surely whatever you do takes effect before we can act to move out of the way.
No, if
No, it's an immediate spell.
so, there are actions you can take that aren't considered combat, like asking your party members to move back.
Yes, but will we be able to act on on that request on his turn?
It's well, currently it is his turn, and it's not counted as the 6 seconds that it takes for combat. So, yes.
Okay, yeah, I guess then, sure.
Yeah, because you're gonna need this. I'm
Vesper's
also
gonna
back
grab
away.
Vesper's gonna grab
Uh,
Nell's
yeah,
clothes,
that's a
not
good
her
idea.
herself, and pull her back as well.
Yeah, um there are extra actions and stuff that don't count as combat. Things like you can sit down, stand up, move behind a chair, stuff like that. Things that you can just do um, before combat starts. So that's kind of he's trying to set the scene so that he can do this, as he phrases it, stupid thing he's about to do, without hurting anyone.
Yeah, because the only
So,
person I'm concerned about murdering in a horrible way is the vampire.
But once you use your action and once you use your bonus action, then it's considered like your round of combat, and that's the 6 seconds.
Yes.
But
So
you can tell people to move back. That's a free action. It's not part of the 6 seconds.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Also, let's see. I want to back up because I'm 10 feet away, right? I'm gonna back up at least 20 more. Let's see, how many feet of movement speed do I even have? Okay, yeah, I have 40. We're good because I took mobile feet. Um, so I will cast. Let's see. The vampire needs to make a dex save, but I want to cast Brimstone. Wait, no, that's the. I'm gonna upcast it as well with a third level slot.
Oh, even with a +4.
I need the vampire to make a dex save.
It did. It rolled a 7, even with a +4.
It failed.
Well, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna censor it. It says a 60 feet point, so I'm gonna make sure the point includes the vampire, but like it's about I want to, okay, how should I set this up? Okay, I
so
want the
it
vampire to be
ends.
in the radius, but I want it to be mostly behind the guy.
Okay, so back up. Sometimes that's not possible. What are you trying to use?
I'm trying to use the brimstone, and it says 60 feet based on a point.
Yeah, and that point is usually the thing that you're targeting, which means they
So the
become the
vampire
center
itself.
of that radius.
But it can be a point that you can see that would merely put the target within that radius.
But not
It
always.
is
That's why I'm asking for specifics, because this is a homebrew spell, so I need to know the exact verbiage of this spell.
Let's see. Uh,
Because
the hunk of
sometimes,
brimstone materializes in the air, then falls to the ground at a point within range of 60 feet.
okay, so this one is a point of your choosing, so Artress is right this time. But what I was trying to get was it's not always a point of your choosing. Most of the time they're centered on the thing that you're targeting. So I just wanted to be double sure.
Yes.
So,
I would just like it to be a point within 60 feet that includes the vampire, but also does not include the party.
oh,
I'm
also,
trying to
you
see
guys
how
have a
I
map
want
for
to.
this.
Yes, but I also can't see it that well. I see I see Mr. Cape and I see the tree, but other than that, I see nothing else
No, no,
because it's kind of blurry.
that's the last map. I have a different one. I was just commenting to myself that I forgot to post that map.
Oh, I thought you were pointing to that map specifically. I was looking at that one.
No, that's my fault.
But yes, a point within range. I would like to. Ooh, cool. That's nice. I'm just waiting for it to visually show up. I can kind of see it, maybe. I can see the bottom edge of it. But I'm upcasting it at third level. So it failed its deck save. Let's see. So that means it takes 2d8 bludgeoning damage. The brimstone remains in the space where it fell while the spell persists. Each creature that starts its turn within a 15 feet of the brimstone must make a dex saving throw or take 1d8 fire damage. The brimstone can be destroyed. It has an AC of 8 and 12 HP. It explodes if it takes fire damage. The explosion ends the spell and deals 1d8 bludgeoning damage to all creatures within 15 feet. And the area around it is currently also difficult terrain. So right now the vampire is surrounded by a flaming molten ground. And I am concentrating on it for at least a minute. I end my turn.
So how much damage is that?
Oh yeah, let's see. 2d8
Strictly
and
speaking,
1d8
the
for
vampire
3d8.
the
So I need to
vampire
roll
is
the
on
3d8.
the outer edge of a radius of molten ground because you cast it behind the vampire so as not to target everyone else.
Yes, but when it starts its turn within the ground that it is on, it is still difficult terrain.
Yes, but it will not have to move far to escape it.
Hold on. Let's see. It still has to make a dex save or take 1d8 fire damage the whole time.
Did make a
Yes, I
deck save.
suppose that is the important part.
Well, I cast it at third level, so it's 3d8. And also, let's see, the bludgeoning damage it takes is 12.
And the fire damage?
It's not taking immediate fire damage. It's only when
Oh,
it's
okay.
only if it takes a save at the
Sorry.
beginning of its turn.
Apologies. I understand now.
That's the spell.
Or if anyone wants to be cruel per se, you could just, you know, you could send fire damage towards the brimstone, and surround the vampire in an explosion of molten fire as well. If you really wanted to.
Strangely enough, I don't think there's that many of my abilities that do fire damage.
Oh. Is acid flammable?
I mean, wait,
No.
is the ground flaming in any way?
Yes.
Well, I can use manipulate fire to expand that fire and cause it to explode if necessary. If Vesper doesn't do it.
You know what? I'm actually curious about how that's gonna work. So, like, even though there's fire on the brimstone, if someone uses manipulate fire to attack the brimstone with more flames, would that count as an attack with flames, then?
Sorry, it's called control for flames.
Control flames. So, would that count as an attack or no? Because that's a good question.
Well, let's see. You choose a non-magical flame that you can see within range that fits within a 5 foot cube. If you can cause simple shapes. You instantaneously extinguish the flames. You can expand the flame 5 feet in one direction, provided the wood or other fuel is present in a new location. Hmm. I'm not sure. It doesn't have any rules for damage, so I'm going to side with no.
Yeah, because this just says if you attack the brimstone with fire damage, it will explode. But the brimstone has like the ability to burn those around it, so I don't think it's on fire, but it can do fire damage because it is brimstone. It's hot, but it's hot and flammable.
I think brimstone is sulfur.
Okay, that's probably why it does the fire damage then.
Mm-hmm.
For you.
Burns blue, you know.
I did not know that. That's cool.
Right. Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not going to attack the brimstone because I do more damage otherwise. But I am going to cast Shatter. It's a sudden ringing sound, painfully intense. He needs to. The vampire does need to make a con save of 18.
Ooh. Wait, aren't vampires pretty good at con? Or is it Dex?
Lyric. Lyric.
Did her head say died again?
I don't know. Okay, well. Let's wait till Lyric says something.
Her headphones probably died again.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm back. My mother got home 4 hours early, so my house was very loud for a minute.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay, so looks like the bot woke up because I rolled 2d8 several times and it just didn't appear. So anyway, looks like it got 2 10, so I'm going to take the 10 instead of the 9.
For
Okay, so what did I miss? Because the last thing that I heard was you guys were still arguing about brimstone.
we've moved on to my turn. I cast Shatter. It needs to make a con save of 18.
Okay. Do, 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 do. 24.
Take half damage. Yes, half damage. So go ahead and roll. So 11
I'll go ahead and call that.
damage.
I'll go ahead and call that 12 and act like that's a 24 instead.
Okay.
It's just easier math that way.
And then I do want to summon my my 10. Actually, hold on. Let me read this because I think I can summon and attack at the same time. I think that's what I had to we'd. Oh yeah, I can. When you create the tentacle, you can make a melee spell attack against another creature. So I do want to, yeah, I want to summon the tentacle near the vampire and smack him around with it. For 24. I'm assuming that hits.
Yes.
For 8 cold damage.
All right.
And that would be my turn.
All right. And so then it was Malb, right?
Yep, that was me.
Yep, and then
Um,
Lograz.
So I'm going to cast one of my class abilities, Ash Cloud. As an action, choose a point within 30 feet of you that you can see. Each creature within 5 feet of that point must make a dexterity saving throw against your spell save DC, taking 2d8 bludgeoning damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. This eruption creates a 20-foot radius sphere of ash centered on eruption point. The cloud spreads around corners and its areas is heavily obscured. When a creature enters the cloud for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, that creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw against your spell save DC, or have disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws until the start of its next turn. Creatures that don't need to breathe or that are immune to poison automatically succeed on this saving throw. You are automatically succeeding this saving throw while in the area of your ash cloud, but don't automatically succeed if you are in another circle of ashes druid's ash cloud. The cloud lasts 1 minute until you use a bonus action to dismiss it, or until a wind of moderate or greater speed, at least 10 miles per hour, disperses it. So, I'm going to. So I can see that I'm going to try and duplicate. Oh, good heavens! I've forgotten his character's name. Christian's character's feat. And cast it. So cast it behind the vampire such that it only engulfs him.
Okay. So that's a lot.
Yes. Do you want me to copy paste that in chat?
No, I have it on your character sheet.
Okay.
It's the covered in ash, right?
No, other one. Ash Cloud. Covered in Ash is a separate ability. I think I have a few different abilities related to Ash when I'm level 15 and.
Yeah, I see. As an action per short rest, blah 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 blah, blah lightning damage. Okay.
Um.
Okay, so I just need to know. So he failed his dex save because it was supposed to be a 17, and he rolled a 7, 6. He rolled a 6.
Oh,
So
good heavens.
yeah. So I just need to know how much damage I'm rolling for him, or how much you've rolled damage for him, or whatever. We just need to know how much we're rolling.
Okay, so 3d8 plus 3. And it's 10.
So
He takes
10
10
damage.
damage.
You have a druid spell that you can use as a bonus action if you want.
Oh, which one is that?
Restraining Vine.
Oh yeah, right. Sorry, I didn't properly read that. But yeah, sure, I'll cast that as a bonus action. Uh, let me see if I can find it.
He did fail because your spell save DC is 17 and he rolled a 16. So basically you choose a point inside of 20 feet and that point becomes the vine, right? He failed his save. So now he gets pulled towards the vine and he's restrained.
So I place the point a little further inside the radius of both the ash cloud and the brimstone debris so that he finds it harder to get out if he breaks free. That should keep him taking that fire damage every turn.
Yeah, so now he's
I think we're
restrained.
doing a good job killing this vampire relatively quickly.
I think all of you have been doing a good job. Okay,
So now
so
20 feet into the area, I guess.
just in case you were not aware what the restrained condition does, I'm pasting it here.
Oh no, that's not.
So he's now restrained by this vine, and he's stuck in the radius of these two spells. He took 10 damage, and yeah. So that was your action and your bonus action. So that's it, yes?
Well, I guess I can say. I could say something smart, but it's a little late, so maybe next time. Well, yield to the next player. If that's all right.
All right. So now it is Legraz's turn. Foolproof's turn.
Okay, let's see what I can do. I was going to use power word stunt to basically do what Mold already did, so I guess I'm going to use this 7th level spell called Prismatic Spray, which is in
Okay.
a cone. It's 60 feet of stealth in a cone, and I'm going to use the orange ray. Also, I forgot about my feature as a. Let's see over here. Or maybe it's already added, but where is this thing? Yes, my affinity. When you cast a spell that deals damage of the type associated with your draconic ancestry, you can add +5 to one damage roll of that spell. At the same time, you can spend one sorcery point to gain resistance to that attack damage for 1 hour.
Okay, so it's 10d6
Elemental
plus your spell
5.
modifier? Plus 5.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh, yes, and where is this thing? Prismatic spray. So it says that the saving throw it's oh no the DC hit is 18 dexterity.
So this doesn't say that you can choose the cone. It says that you roll a d8 to determine the type that hits the target.
Oh, okay. So I roll a d8.
Yeah, so you
Let
roll a
me let
d8
me.
and that's what determines what hits it. So, uh, it's a 60-foot cone, but you're all like in front of it, so nobody else should have to roll. It should just be him.
Yeah, it should just be him. So let me first
14 and your spell
e-
save
18.
is 18. 17.
Uh, Let me see what type it is first. Going in order, I assume that. Let's see. The 8, 9. What's the 9? Wait, I rolled. Oh, I rolled 1d8 plus. Well, I roll an 8. So let me see. I roll an 8. I forgot to take out the. So it's special.
The
The,
target is
the,
struck by 2 rays. Roll twice more, re-rolling any 8. So you've rolled 2d8 now.
so I need to roll 2d8. And if another 8
Then you roll that
pops
again.
up.
Yep.
Okay. So let me roll 2d8s. 2d8s, and let me take the plus 1 out. 2d8, and again, the type. Huh? Oh, what? Oh, I wrote two fours.
So 2 4s, which
Or,
is
well, no.
green. So the target
Le,
takes 10d6 poison damage on a failed save and half as much on a successful one.
four, 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 one, two, three, four, green, yeah. Poison damage. Okay. So do I roll 20d6
Yes.
with advantage?
It's not with advantage because
But he's restrained.
right,
So any
but
attack rolls.
but you don't
Excuse
roll
me?
to hit this one, it just hits him.
Oh, oh yeah. Sorry. Uh, so 20d6.
Also, he was supposed to have disadvantage on that dexterity saving throw, but he already failed it, so I didn't roll it twice.
Okay, okay. So uh, also remind me to do the two. If I ever roll to die again, remind me to do it one at a time because it could also be 5 plus 3. Um, and it would be different the type.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, okay, so again now damage 20d6. Jesus Christ! Please tell me it's dead.
No.
Oh,
Did he just do 78 damage and the vampire survived?
Yes,
yes,
that is correct.
yes.
I'm telling you, these
Good
creatures are
heavens.
broken.
They are.
Okay,
I sort
so
of
he.
wish I'd taken some radiant damage spells, but I need to
Yeah.
do a long rest
Wait,
before I can change my spells.
what's this? Yellow? No, that lightning damage, fire damage, acid damage, poison, cold. The target is restrained. Enemy must make a constitution. Violet, so the target is blinded. I don't have radiant damage. Come on. So anyway, that's my turn. Oh, and let me put it because I don't. I use a 7th level spell.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah,
I
so actually, I'm not even like rolling the vampire how I'm supposed to. His dex save is supposed to be +9, not +4, but I'm rolling it based off of his stat, not his proficiency. So I'm
Oh
being nice to you guys. I'm just saying, I'm just letting you know. Like, he could be worse.
Oh.
He could be worse, but he's already a
Yeah,
handful.
I don't need it to be worse, but if we do, I have some things that might work. They just might come at the cost of my life as well.
Okay.
So, Nell and Jupiter are going to skip their turn. Um, and, yeah, so,
Vampire turn.
so the
Is it the
vampire,
vampire's turn now?
it is the vampire's turn. The vampire is not stupid. So, the vampire is going to take Maul, but I need a wisdom saving throw.
Well, I expect to fail despite my absurd amounts of wisdom.
Wait, what tattoo did you take again?
Speed, movement speed.
Movement speed. I got
Okay.
a 14.
14, you
Uh,
failed! You are now
Yes.
charmed by the vampire. The charmed target
Of
regards the
course.
I was
vampire as a
gonna use a
trusted friend
reaction
to
though.
be
That's why
heeded
I
and
asked.
protected. Although the target isn't under the vampire's control, it takes the vampire's requests or actions in the most favorable way it can, and it is
Uh,
willing to target. It is a willing target for the vampire's attack.
can I use counter spell as a reaction?
But it wasn't done on you.
Oh, okay.
I
Sorry.
was gonna ask because I have the Shared Arcana tattoo, so I can link with other people to do stuff like that. I was gonna use the unluck on that. Dang it! Should have spoke faster.
Okay.
Cause like I was gonna use unluck on that to like deliver the cast as if I was right there and it was cast on me instead, but I guess not. But
So the vampire is going to request that you undo your vines.
Can I hear him over that distance?
Yeah, you're within 30 feet of him.
Uh,
damn you!
very
Why'd you have
well.
to be so close?
Uh, very well. I guess I undo the vines and I say, okay, you seem trustworthy for some reason.
Yeah,
Why did you
so,
burst out of your tomb like that, dude?
well, I'm hungry.
All
But
you had
there's
to do was
nothing to
ask.
eat.
Is that a good?
Yeah, Vess over here, like, all you had to do was ask.
Anyway, so now you are charmed by the vampire. Um, so you can repeat your saving throw anytime something harmful is done to you. But otherwise, this does not specify that you are able to do this on every turn. It just says if you get hurt, basically. Um,
Can I use
Okay, how
can
long is he gonna be charmed for?
the effect lasts for 24 hours or until the vampire is destroyed.
can I use
Fuck.
dispel magic?
Um, so ordinarily I would allow that, but I'm considering this like a racial feat of vampires. I'm not considering this like a
Uh,
spell.
okay, that's
But it is
fair.
still the charm condition, right?
Yeah, but that doesn't make it magical.
Yeah.
Mind control exists in the D&D
If it
universe.
was if it was the spell charm species or something like that, then
Yeah, it's
yeah,
not
I could
charm person,
dispel it.
it's just charm.
Now, I think if one of you used the charm person spell on me, it might work.
Right,
But I
correct.
I don't have it.
So that's the vampire's turn. It has gained an ally.
Oh
Dang
no.
it! I was hoping I was gonna throw the bear at him because I took fire familiar just for that reason.
Can I use hold person on mob?
If
Oh
it
wait,
were
do I
if
even
it were
have
your
hold person?
turn, but now we're going back to Slade.
Yep. And I now see a potential issue. So let me see. Do I have anything based on banishment?
Oh,
Hmm.
I don't even have
And it's
hold
not
person.
magical, so I can't cast dispel magic. Um, a vampire's not wearing any form of metal, right?
No.
Yay, nay,
No, no,
hello.
Lyric.
he's.
All right.
Sorry, I said no. My mic is not very good at picking up single syllables. No, he's not wearing metal.
Okay, so that's useless. I mean, and how far away am I?
You're all within about 30, 40 feet.
Okay. So what I'm going to end up doing, I am going to utilize this mobile feat, and I am going to move up to the guy, and I'm going to use uh yeah. So I'm going to use the blood shard trident to attack, and I'm going to use to attack him. So let me do that. I'm gonna get within. How far does the trident reach again? Let me actually check.
I think it's plus 10 to reach.
Mm, yeah, it says mine says 5 feet. But yeah, I guess I'll just take away some HP again, at least to smooth 15 of these. I'm gonna willingly take 18 necrotic so that I have 3d4 of additional damage to hit him with. So I have 3 blood shards also attached to the trident. I'm going to actions. There we go. I'm going to stab at him. 22 to hit.
Hits.
Does it
It
hit?
does. It does hit, in fact.
Cool. Let's see. I'm going to roll the 1d8 plus 10. That's 14 magical piercing. I'm going to roll the 3d4. 9 magical piercing. I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Branding Smite at 3rd level. See, hit a creature with a weapon attack before the spell ends. It's a bonus action. Deals an extra 2d8 radiant damage. So I'm going to use my second attack because I have 2 attacks with the trident again. 27 hits.
It does indeed.
I'm going to do the all right 16 magical piercing, and we're going to roll the radiant damage from branding smite. All right, so that's 3d6, 5 radiant, and I'm going to move 10 feet back, and I will not impose opportunity attack because of mobile.
Um, it doesn't matter anyway. Vampire is dead.
Yes.
Shit.
So he's not going to refuse.
he
Yep.
he doesn't have undead fortitude. The tree did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, Vess is
So
just gonna be like,
vampires are glass cannons.
Yeah.
Well, he tanked 78 damage, so
He did tank 78 damage, that's true. He's a tanky little bastard.
And I did
So the
nothing of the
illusion
sort. I
breaks
did
and
like
Mal was going, oh, he meant eating people. Oh, that explains it.
So, when the vampire dies, it explodes into ash, settles on the ground. Nell drops to her knees and scolds Jupiter, like, "You silly cat, what were you doing?" To which Jupiter just kind of.
investigate his tomb.
just in a deep voice. I just like it in a
Yeah,
deep voice.
so, the coffin contains 4 crumbled silver chains worth 10 gold each, dried garlic that withers into dust as soon as you pick it up, and its lid is inscribed with R.I.P. Jerian Blackraven, our dead brother.
Oh,
I'm taking the
Clearly
chain.
not dead enough.
I mean, he died. You know, he just found his way back.
uh, so
Oh,
after a
not
brief
as
moment
that.
between Nell and Jupiter, she goes to kind of poke around and see what you guys are doing, and she recognizes the name that's on the tomb. She says, "Oh,
Oh,
I
cool.
know who this is."
And who
Um,
might he
That's
have
nice.
been?
Could you tell us who that is?
Before we get to that, though, there are a couple of other items. On the ground in the vampire's ashes, the vampire was wearing a golden ring that's worth about 500 golds, and
I
an
want that ring.
elaborate rapier untouched by time. The ring is a masterpiece from Hammersong and adorned with a large ruby. The rapier is a vampire's blade +1 that has absorbed some of its owner's undead abilities and weaknesses. It's magic and
Wait,
provides the wielder with a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls. The wielder also has the resistance to necrotic damage.
I take that back. I call dibs on the rapier because all of my damage is based on piercing. This might come in handy.
on
Let's
a
do a
On a roll of a natural 20 when attacking with this weapon, the wielder gains temporary hit points equal to half of the damage they dealt. However, on a roll of 1, the wielder must succeed on a DC 15 wisdom saving throw or gain 1 vampiric weakness, such as the craving for blood, sunlight weakness, or the need to sleep in a coffin. The DM decides the exact nature of the weaknesses. If the wielder dies, their vampiric weaknesses disappear. They can also be removed by the spell Wish.
just by the
That's
spell
Hey, you
wish.
can have the rapier.
yay. All of my piercing stuffs comes into play again.
Just don't roll a one.
Yeah, as long as I don't roll a. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's all right. I'll still take it. Because
I,
currently the
so
blood
does
shard
the
is using
ring
my vitality in order to use it. So there's that.
Which
does
classes
the
get
ring have any magical properties of its own?
No.
uh
It's just worth 500 gold pieces, which is a lot of moolah.
yeah. The which classes get the spell wish?
Pretty much any
Wizards.
spellcaster. But it's a ninth
And
level spell, so.
it's a 9 spell. 17.
Unless you choose Arcana Domain. Let's not forget about the Arcana Domain Cleric. That is the only perk the Arcana Domain Cleric has. You said
I
it's called a
see.
Vampire's Rapier?
Yes, +1.
Where do I find that at?
So Jirian Blackraven was the oldest of 3 brothers and became the lord of Shieldsburg Castle at a young age. Bold and fierce, but young and inexperienced, he protected the inhabitants of Longmorn Hamlet from a strange sickness that swept through the community. People became pale, anemic, and developed strange wounds on their necks and wrists. But it wasn't a sickness. The malaise was caused by a vampire who fed on innocent people every night. As a sworn paladin of a deity of beauty and love, Jirian sought out and challenged the vampire. However, his heart betrayed him. Instead of slaying the vampire, Jirian fell in love with her. Their romance was short, doomed, and ended tragically. The vampire was slain by a group of clerics, and Jirian himself became a vampire. His brothers didn't have the heart to slay him, but captured him and imprisoned him in his grave at the old cemetery. Jupiter, who uh, is a cat who died because of a horrific accident 3 years ago, was brought back to life by Nell, which is why she's missing one eye. But she returned highly attuned to the presence of undead creatures. She was preventing the vampire from leaving the tomb by sitting on it. And
I
that's
love how
why
like a cat doing what a cat does literally just
She was
wow.
what?
she was
The
preventing the
cat
vampire from leaving the tomb by sitting on it.
Ah, that's odd. I thought you needed to cast a wild rose stalk on a vampire's tomb to prevent it from leaving.
Well, apparently the cat was bound to the vampire because the cat, while sneaking around the vampire's tomb, lost an eye to the vampire, which woke it up.
That is
But
not
now
what
the cat
anybody
is.
said.
Oh, I thought that's what you were saying.
No, 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 no. An accident 3 years ago caused the cat to lose its eye whenever it was brought back from the dead.
Oh, okay.
But it became very attuned to the presence of undead because it is technically undead itself, and was aware of the vampire that
Undead
started to
kitty cat?
stir in its tomb. Yes. Was aware of the vampire that started to stir in its tomb and was sitting on the lid to prevent the vampire from escaping its tomb and unleashing havoc. So, all of this is explained to
That's
you by Nell, who's answering the previous question. We'd like to know about this guy, and also explaining what she thinks Jupiter was doing based on what she knows about the cat that she brought back from the dead.
That's like if your cat's undead.
It's a
Oh, yes,
cook.
quite.
Come
Quite
to
quite
learn
alive, but
such.
also quite not alive.
How does a
so.
cook
So you
come
knew
to
your
learn
cat is
such things
undead then?
exactly?
Is that what I'm hearing? You knew your cat was undead.
Are
Yes,
there
and
many
I come
magical
from a
books in your
long line.
library?
I come from a long line of magic users. I was hired as a
Oh,
cook
that
because I
makes
have
sense.
no affinity for magic. But I can perform simple spells, and bringing a cat back is not that complicated, at least not as complicated as it sounds. And yes, I know that Jupiter is undead, but she is precious to me all the same. And
Well, okay.
yes, there are books at the castle, which, speaking of, we should probably head back, and we can inform everyone that you all have saved the day, and I returned home safe and sound with my dear kitty cat.
Yeah, let's do
An
that.
undead kitty cat that can sense the undead. Lovely, lovely. Hey, Lyric, could you send me the stats for that thing?
For the cat?
The repair? No, the repair.
Oh, it's just a block.
Well, could you send me the block? Because I cannot find that repair on DND thing. So I'm like, I'm pretty sure I gotta add it in manually. Okay, thank you. This will be helpful. I will brew it in like less than a minute.
Uh, anyway, so once you guys make it back to the castle, Akashi rewards you with 150 gold each, and Nell gives each of you a bottle of vintage red wine, which is worth 25 gold each.
Nice.
As you leave the castle, the sky darkens as a murder of several hundreds of black ravens flies over your heads. The ravens' caws are foreboding, and they are heading northeast. Why the ravens are leaving in such a large number and where they're heading is unknown, but it feels to you like an ill omen.
A flock of ravens is an unkindness or a conspiracy, not a murder.
That's right.
Nevermore.
We're gonna call it a conspiracy.
Yeah, sure, a whole conspiracy of ravens. I
Anyway,
prefer unkindness personally. it's just it's just a very understated thing. It's a whole unkindness of ravens. Not very
Yeah.
unkind.
Why did they have
Uh,
to give birds like crows and ravens such weird
because they are carrion. They feed on the dead. They descend
and
upon battlefields.
and
It's like
freaking
that movie and it's
freaking
not.
bats with their cauldrons?
well,
It's
anyway,
similar to how the
guys.
bull in Gaelic mythology is known as the battle crow because crows eat the dead.
Yep. Anyways,
Anyway, guys, that is the end of the adventure that I had planned for us today.
That's fine. It's just about bedtime for me.
yeah,
So
it's 5 and I'm starving. So
Holy
it's
And
cow!
18
Five of
minutes
the
past
night?
11. I haven't quite finished my tea yet.
well, he's overseas though, foolproof.
Oh God!
I yeah, it's nearly midnight.
I'm gonna go eat. So you guys have a good day. It was fun, Lyric. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys
Thank
had
you. I
fun.
Thanks,
needed that. I'm gonna
guys.
be. Hopefully, I can use this character later on in something else we do, so that I have an
Yeah,
excuse to use this repair.
Yeah.
I, I, I wish I could. I wish I could choose the. I thought I could choose the color of the ray, so I could use uh
Acid.
the what's it called? Yeah, the acid one, the orange one, and make it a +5 on top of the